What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City watch-along. Today, we're going to be doing our live watch-along of the Premier League game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur at the Etihad Stadium. Before we crack on with this live stream, though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We are aiming now for 20,000 subscribers at some point this year. We're very close now to 16,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. I am hoping to hit 15,500 subscribers during this live stream today, so I'm hoping to see that live subscriber count in the top corner click over to 15,500, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We are less than 20 subscribers away from that goal, so if you haven't already, do subscribe. Don't forget also social media links there in my description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description too. If you want to go and follow me on you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos, or any general business inquiries. I am starting to get used to I use OBS for my live streams, so I'm just been playing around and learning new stuff. It's a learning process for me, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the greatest editor in the world and say I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not the best, but I am learning, and yeah, I've learned how to get the thing scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, I've also got them on the screen too if you want to go and follow me on there, and my email's also on there too. And as you can see, we also do have a sponsor, which I'll get to in just one moment. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up on this live stream if you are enjoying the live stream. Once more, target 100 likes minimum. We are now less than 80 likes away from that goal, so any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated by me. And lastly, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the live chat. If you're watching this afterwards, then do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but do let me know your thoughts in the live chat. We do like to have a lot of interaction on the JSGC channel. Just having a quick look at the chat already. We've got Adam, a regular, tuning in, and Mafo as well, so thank you very much for tuning in. We've got Tom, a JSGC regular, that Cardiff City fan, another JSGC regular, Clark's man as well, John too, and Owen, so thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, it is much appreciated by me. I hope you are all having a wonderful Saturday evening. Moni and Adam, hello, thank you for tuning in as well. I hope you both are well too. So, this video is sponsored and brought to you by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. And we, of course, do have our promo video, which we're going to roll right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this live watch along. It is much appreciated. If you want to go and follow the best footballing app out there and stay up to date with all the latest football scores, all the latest football news, transfer news, live statistics, live league tables, and what channel the games are being brought to you on, then do go and download the OneFootball app using the link at the top of my description. Clicking that link and downloading the OneFootball app does help to also support the future content created on the JSGC channel, and I will be using the OneFootball app today to bring you all the latest team news in our little preview that we're going to be doing in just one moment. So there we go. We've got through all the promos and everything now. We've got Hold On, we've got Smith Soccer News, Adam, Lewis, Alex as well, good day Max as well, all tuning in, so much appreciated, guys. Thank you for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Smith Soccer News going for 2-0 to Spurs. That's not good. Really isn't good. I'll give all my thoughts. I have already done a preview. If you want to go and mute the live stream and go and check out my preview with all of my thoughts, then you can go and do that. I'm just going to head on to the OneFootball app right now to bring you all the team news. We are going to start off first by speaking about Tottenham Hotspur. This game is brought to you by OneFootball, by the way, on the JSGC channel. If you're wanting to watch this game, if you're based in the United Kingdom, it is live on Sky Sports if you are wanting to watch this game. So let's have a look at the lineups for this game. We're going to start off first with Tottenham Hotspur. Just seen that Max there tuning in from Australia, 4:30 AM. Wouldn't miss this game for the world though. True dedication there from Max. So, and big dedication to tuning into my channel as well. So thank you very much for that. I feel very honoured for that. Something feeling different for you there, Smith Soccer News. It may be down to the fact that Ruben Diaz isn't in the Manchester City starting 11, perhaps. And I will be having a drink. I've got it open here. We're on Stella cider for today. Right, so let's start off first with Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur are starting with Hugo Lloris in goal. They've got Tanganga at right back and Ben Davies starting at left back. They've got Davinson Sanchez and Eric Dyer at the back. I think that defence can be got at. That is my honest opinion here. And if City can be as clinical and as creative as what they've been over the last few weeks, I'm confident that we can get at least a couple of goals from this game. Højbjerg and Ndombele starting in the middle for Tottenham, doing their kind of double pivot. I'm expecting Tottenham to sit very deep in this game and look for the counter-attack, so I am expecting both of them to be holding midfielders for this game. They've gone with Lucas Moura just further ahead of them, Eric Lamela and Heung-min Son as well, starting, it says on OneFootball, starting on the left-hand side for Tottenham, so they may be looking for a little bit of counter-attack. I have identified, and I said in my preview, that Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, who also starts for Tottenham up front, are the two danger men that Manchester City need to be extra careful of, particularly when Tottenham want to come forward on the counter-attack, which is what I think they're going to be looking for. Tottenham in their last game against Everton in the FA Cup conceded 5 times. Match finished 5-4. That's way too open for Jose Mourinho and how he likes to play. I can see him changing that round, sitting very deep and looking to hurt Manchester City instead on the counter-attack. I've compared this Tottenham game. It's very similar to the Leicester game that we played at home in our first home game of the season, which Manchester City ended up losing 5-2. And so I'm getting them vibes once more. But it's interesting to see how far Manchester City have come since then. We're in great form, won 15 games in a row in all competitions. A new record that, by the way. Got firm belief that Manchester City can come out of this game smelling of roses, and we do owe Tottenham one after they beat us at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So I'm hoping that we've got revenge in mind and looking to try and rectify that. For Tottenham Hotspur on the bench, they've got Dele Alli, Matt Doherty, Gareth Bale, Harry Winks, Joe Hart, former Manchester City man, Steven Bergwijn, Toby Alderweireld, Carlos Vinicius, tongue twister there, and also Musa Sissoko. So strong Tottenham Hotspur bench there. Interestingly, seen some pre-game comments about Gareth Bale once more, who, apparently well down the pecking order at Tottenham, and Tottenham have no plans to make that move permanent. Yeah, find that pretty interesting. Moving on to Manchester City, we are starting with Ederson in goal, Cancelo at right back, Zinchenko at left back. We've gone with a centre-back partnership of John Stones and Aymeric Laporte. I've nearly predicted the Manchester City team, actually, here that is starting. I was only one player out, and that was Laporte that is starting, and Ruben Diaz is on the bench for Manchester City. He's only been training for a couple of training sessions, Ruben Diaz, so I can understand why he isn't starting. He won't have had as much preparation as the other players, and I'd have thought Diaz would be in full contention to be starting the game on Wednesday against Everton, our game in hand instead. This is a massive opportunity though for Aymeric Laporte, and I do feel like he needs to put in a good quality performance for Manchester City, and by that I mean City looking solid at the back like we do with Ruben Diaz, and I mean Man City keeping a clean sheet and keeping Tottenham at bay with a good bit of defending here and there from both Stones and Laporte as well. Lots of games to be played, so there's always going to be chopping and changing here and there. This is Laporte's chance, though. I do feel like if it doesn't work and he makes a mistake or two here or there, or Tottenham capitalise upon that and it does come through Aymeric Laporte, he's going to find it very difficult to break that Stones and Diaz partnership without player fatigue or player injury to get back into the squad. And I have full confidence that Laporte can put in a good quality performance because he's a fantastic football player. He is one of the best defenders in the Premier League after all. It's just Stones and Ruben Diaz at this moment in time are in the form of their life playing that well that he's struggling to get into the team. So I'm hoping that Laporte can grab this opportunity with both hands and show that he is just as capable of hitting the heights that he has hit previously with Manchester City. City going with the double pivot once more of Rodri and Gundogan. There was some concern over Rodri, but he has been training all week with Manchester City and does start, so that is very good for us. It does help us with our system. We've got Bernardo Silva playing just ahead of him with Kevin De Bruyne still injured for Manchester City. I'm very happy to see Phil Foden starting in this game. One Football have got Foden starting on the left wing and Raheem Sterling on the right wing. They could be right with that. Phil Foden looked very dynamic though against Liverpool on that right hand side, and I won't be surprised at some point in this game, even from the off, seeing Phil Foden go on the right hand side and Sterling on the left hand side. And a big game here also for Gabriel Jesus, who starts for Manchester City as well. I spoke in my preview that it may be Ferran Torres that might be given the nod. It's Jesus that gets the nod, and he again needs to be putting in a good quality performance. There's a couple of players here under pressure to be performing on a consistent basis, and Jesus and Laporte are the two players that I'm looking at here that do need to step up, and so I'm interested to see how they do in this game against a Tottenham side that's struggling a little bit for form. Jose Mourinho's under a lot of pressure. It felt like Tottenham need a result from this game, and I'm hoping Man City can pile more misery onto Jose Mourinho and give Tottenham a decision to make after this game. Now, looking at the bench for Manchester City, it is Zach Steffen on the bench, and in goal is the backup goalkeeper for City once more. Ruben Diaz, Riyad Mahrez, Tommy Doyle, Ferran Torres, Eric Garcia, Kyle Walker, Benjamin Mendy, and Sergio Aguero. We've not even spoke about Aguero. There's that much to speak about. Sergio Aguero, he's back for Manchester City. He's on the bench. I think Pep is planning on bringing Aguero on, judging off what the comments he's made just before this game about the build-up and patience with Sergio Aguero. He's had 2 or 3 good days with Man City, and they want to get him onto the pitch to see what he can do and test his legs and see where his fitness levels are at. So this is a very important moment, possibly also for Kun Aguero for Manchester City. Of course, with his contract running out in the summer, time is running out for him to prove his fitness at Manchester City and whether he might leave City or not. So Sergio Aguero, could be seeing him at some point in this game as well if things aren't going according to plan, which fingers crossed I hope that they are, and we can have a nice quick start to this game. We can be putting Spurs under pressure, and what I'm looking for is City to be nice and attacking and taking the game to Tottenham and looking for the space and having shots at goal and making things happen is what I would be looking for from this game, and I have a feeling that Tottenham are going to keep things nice and tight. So there we go. Yes, Ederson surely Brazil's number one. Alisson low on confidence, lacking in confidence, struggling a lot, Liverpool, and struggling at the back in particular. Reminds me a lot of Manchester City last season, and I say that mainly because we never replaced Vincent Kompany. We didn't have the numbers. Liverpool look like they haven't got the numbers with Van Dijk being injured. Massive player missing at the back, and so they're going to find it very difficult, and that was always going to be the case with the squad that Liverpool's got because they don't have much strength in depth. It is what it is. Dad, thank you very much for tuning in as well. I am very well, thank you, on this fine Saturday evening. We've got a week off to look forward to. We've got Manchester City playing, and fingers crossed we can be picking up the 3 points. That would be absolutely brilliant. Dad going for a very narrow 2-1 win for Manchester City today, which I would definitely take. My score prediction is 2-0 here to Manchester City. I'm confident that we can keep a clean sheet today as well, but with the key players that Tottenham's got, players like Son, players like Moura, Kane, they've also got Lamela starting as well. There's lots of options for Tottenham going forward on the counter-attack, so City need to be very careful. One thing I will say is that it's very important as to who scores first in this game, because if we allow Tottenham to get that first goal, I can see Tottenham sitting very, very deep and City then struggling to find the space and gaps needed to try and break Tottenham down. So yeah, I'd be looking to try and get that done in the first 10-15 minutes, the first phase of the game. Really always sets you up nicely, in my opinion. So that is what I would be looking for. So yeah, do let me know what your score prediction in the chat, and also do let me know where everybody is tuning in from as well. And yeah, we can have a nice little bit of interaction before we get ready for kickoff for the start of this live watch along. So we are now on 35 likes. We're now 65 likes away from our target of 100 likes. So any help towards that will be much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new around here and you haven't already, please do subscribe. We're very close now. We're less than 20 subscribers away from 15,500 subscribers. I'm hoping that at some point today we can hit that even live on this live stream. That would be absolutely fantastic. We're aiming for 16k subscribers. We've got the overall aim at some point this year to hit 20k, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget social media links in the description below, and you can also see it just running along the banner at the bottom as well if you want to go and search for me and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below, and also on the banner too if you want to go and follow me on my well, if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. We've got Keegan in the chat tuning in from Grand Rapids, Michigan once more, going for 3-0 to Manchester City. That's brilliant. So thank you very much for tuning. So at the moment we've got Australia, we've got the United States of America. I've seen Grimsby as well somewhere. I can't remember who commented that, but I do apologise if you did. Let me know so I can say hello there as well. So yeah, international JSGC. Nadir going for 2-0 to Manchester City as well. JP tuning in as well, going for 2-0 to Manchester City. We've got Premier League in the chat as well. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, and lastly, this video is sponsored and brought to you by OneFootball, the best footballing app out there. Go and download the OneFootball app. That would be much appreciated by me. The link to that is at the top of my description if you want to go and download the OneFootball app to keep you up to date with all the latest football scores, all the latest, well, I'm using it right now for the lineup, the live tracker. It's excellent. It's absolutely excellent. It keeps you up to date with live statistics. It tells you, runs you through the game, live league tables, what channel the game is on from your country too. Latest football news, latest transfer news, and all the good stuff, latest scores. It's definitely the best footballing app out there, and if you haven't done so already, do go and download the OneFootball app. And if you want to help to support the future content created here on the JSGC channel, then do click that link at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download page to download OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Like I said, go and download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description. So who else have we got? We've got Seamus tuning in, going for a 2-2 draw. It's not a horrendous result, a draw in this game. I'm just hoping that we can win and keep our momentum going for as long as possible. I want to accumulate as many points as possible is ideally what I'd be looking for, in my honest opinion. Jamani, thank you for tuning in. We've got Jerome going for 3-1 to Manchester City as well. Dad, yes, 15.5. Let's go. Let's make that happen during this live stream before the game is out. That would be absolutely brilliant. Let me get a live tracker through my YouTube studio right now to see precisely how many subscribers we are away from that. Let it load. There we go. So we're exactly 20 away. So any help to us, that would be much appreciated. If you're watching this and you haven't already, then do subscribe and do leave a thumbs up as well, as we are aiming for 100 likes. We're now nearly halfway to that goal. So, yeah, we're on the build-up now to kickoff. We've got, what, 10 minutes to go. It's a really good point now where if you want to leave your thoughts in the chat, then do. Let's have a little bit of interaction with everybody. That would be absolutely brilliant. I presume, Angel, that you mean Kevin De Bruyne there, when he'll return. He's meant to be returning to City within the next week or two, I would suspect. He's not currently back in training. When we do get word of that, that would be a huge boost for City. I will be the first to let you know, so we are still waiting upon that. I would say just keep an eye on City's YouTube channel for Kevin De Bruyne returning back to one of our training sessions. We do, as Germani says, we have got Sergio Aguero back, though, which is always a big bonus. Tom, I love that. 15.5k today, 200 likes as well. That would be absolutely brilliant. The Go to the City page is on YouTube, so thank you very much for the kind words there, Tom. Salute to you. That is very kind of you there, and yeah, let's see if we can make that happen. That would be a sensational live stream, in my opinion. I can't say your name there. I can just see your name has a P, I think that is. Or it looks like a P anyway in the picture. Is it Arabic, I think? I don't speak Arabic, so I don't know what it says, I'm afraid. But going for a 2-1 there, win to Manchester City, so that would be absolutely brilliant. We've got Riffish tuning in as well. So, yeah, we've got lots of people tuning in. We've got lots of JSGC regulars tuning in as well, which is obviously the loyalty that we are looking for here when covering the live watch-alongs, as we are ready in for kickoff. The pitch is now just being sprayed with the sprinklers ready for kickoff. It's a very fine, crisp evening here in Manchester. It's very cold. I think it's just below freezing, -1. So yeah, very cold. Mohammed, so yeah, thank you for your comment there, Mohammed. Much appreciated. It is Arabic then. There we go. I thought it was. We're on Stella Artois cider today. Jayzinho, Ruben Diaz is on the bench for Manchester City today. I presume that was all down to the fact that he hasn't had many training sessions, that we've gone with Laporte. Maybe Pep was impressed with what we've seen from Aymeric Laporte in midweek, that he's decided to go with him for the FA Cup game against Swansea. Manchester City, of course, if you wasn't aware, have drawn Everton away at Goodison Park for the FA Cup quarter-final, which is going to be played on the weekend of the 20th of March 2021. Junaid, I'm very good, thank you. How are you on this fine but cold Saturday evening? No problem, Jayzinho. And Junaid going for 2-0 to City, a goal from Gundogan and Gabriel Jesus. It's not a bad prediction to go for Gundogan for a goal. I'm going to go for 2-0 Manchester City is my score prediction. For the goals today, I'm going to go for Jesus to get the first and Phil Foden to get the second. And I'm going to chuck this one out there. I'm going to go for Jesus' goal to come from the penalty spot. There we go. It'll be interesting to see who does take penalties after Gundogan's miss at Anfield, but we await to see what happens there. Riffish, that's a good point against Tottenham. They're a very counter-attacking team. One thing I'm going to say is definitely that Laporte needs to be switched on. Tottenham will be looking for the gaps around. They'll be looking to be nice and patient in their build-up, and we need to be careful. Definitely. And that's what I think will happen. I would have more confidence if it was Ruben Diaz starting, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Jesus, I watched it. I've watched the All or Nothing documentary from the Brazil national team and his ability to take penalties. He's very hit and miss from the penalty spot. But I'd say Jesus here being hit and miss on all City's penalty takers, pretty hit and miss. I would say so anyway. We've not been that great from penalties. Apparently, Ederson could be in line to take a penalty very soon. That'd be brilliant. Ederson first goal. I wonder what odds you'd get on that. That would be brilliant. If anyone could have a look, actually, see if we can find any odds for Ederson first goal. If City do get a penalty, who would take it? Because Ederson said he wants to take it, and Pep has started to speak more about that. So, yeah, we'll see. Tom, I'm not married. There we go. Mohamed going for first goal, Sterling. Second goal, it's a Phil Foden. I was very tempted to go for both wingers, one for Sterling and one for Foden. So you're not too far off my predictions there, as we're now halfway to our like goal of 100 likes. Tottenham are ready and waiting in the tunnel for this game to start. Lots of people are coming in now and saying they're having a bad feeling about this game. I'm definitely thinking it's because you've got Laporte starting instead of Diaz is why people are feeling that. I'll see how the game goes. I'm hoping we can put in a good quality performance though, is what I'm hoping for. It's strange seeing Ruben Diaz in his pants and a coat on coming out there as Mr. Super Sid is coming into the chat, moderating for today. Good evening, thank you for tuning in as well. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm not feeling too nervous if I'm honest. I look at Tottenham's run of form and how they're performing. I mean, I'd feel better if Kane was injured and wasn't playing, but I have every belief in Manchester City that we can keep our momentum going. I'm not that impressed with what Tottenham Hotspur can do, and I'm hoping that this is great practice for City for the coming games that we've got coming up. We've got Tottenham in the Cup final in April. It's good practice for difficult games we've got coming up against Mönchengladbach as well. They'll be looking to play something similar on the counter-attack, dominant in midfield, pressing Manchester City and trying to force the mistakes. So this is good practice as far as I'm concerned. I'm hoping that we can learn from our mistakes. We know what we're doing. We beat Liverpool last week at Anfield. So let's have some confidence. Let's make it happen. I think we can beat Tottenham. That's my thoughts anyway. People are fearing the Spurs counter-attack, and their counter-attack is very good. Do not get me wrong. When you're going for a front four of Lamella, Moura, Son and Harry Kane, that's a very good attacking four that City need to be careful of. So there we go. Mixed, there we go, tuning in, so thank you very much for that, as Kyle Walker, obviously against his former team, isn't starting in this game, as Hugo Lloris is the first player to come out for this game, ready and waiting for the game to start. 2-1 Mixed's going for, 4-1 for Edison to score. Surely it can't be as low as 4-1, is it? Can't be, surely not. I've just seen Aaron's message saying another tough game for Man City. Yes, it's always tough games for Man City now. We're at that important stage of the season. It's a tough, very tough February for City. Like I said, though, I'm confident we can get through that. I've seen what we can do at Anfield. To me, there's no more difficult game than that. And we won that game, and we won that game with ease. And I'm confident with no matter whom we play that we can come out and get a result and pick up a win. I'm excited to see Zinchenko starting alongside Cancelo. Zinchenko left back, Cancelo right back. They're both going to cut into midfield. I've seen it explained. Was it yesterday? Someone was explaining that they're now full-back midfielders. And that's why Zinchenko's flourishing for City. He's starting to move more into a midfield role rather than having the defensive responsibilities. So I should imagine that Rodri may be dropping a little bit deeper with Fernandinho being out injured. I'd have said he might have been more natural if we wanted to go with Zinchenko and Cancelo starting and pushing them into midfield, because Fernandinho would then drop back, and we'd obviously have the double pivot of Gundogan, who has been exceptional for City this season, helping to cover the gaps. Jayzinho, Alisson turning into Adrian. He's been getting compared with Karius, and Liverpool fans have been saying some stuff. Liverpool, they need to stick very tight to their team right now. They're going for a bad patch, so to speak. They can only finish on 82 points now. Liverpool can. That's the target I'm looking for. I'm looking to City. I'm thinking, I've always said between 80 and 85 points will win the Premier League. I look at Liverpool, I'm thinking right now, I'm saying 83 points is what's needed to win the Premier League. I can see Leicester and United finishing between 75 and 80 points. So I'm looking for City to get to the next target and trying to get north of 80 points. Getting north of 80 points, I can see Leicester and United struggling to catch City and get up to that moment. But we'll see what happens there. Aguero could well be starting in, well, not starting, but could well feature in this game. He could come on into the second half. Pep seems to have been hinting at Aguero possibly coming on and getting some minutes here to see how his legs are coping after his recovery from injury. So we'll see what happens with regards to that. As we've now got over 40 people now tuning in, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Please do leave a thumbs up on this live stream if you are enjoying the live stream. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Let's see if we can hit that 15,500 subscriber mark. That would be much appreciated by me. Don't forget also to go and download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description. That would be much appreciated. It's now 5:31. We're 1 minute past when we should have had kickoff here. Referee's got his whistle in his mouth ready for kickoff. It's Tottenham Hotspur that's going to be getting us underway in this game. They're playing in their dark green kit. Just waiting for the whistle to go. All the players seem to be in position. Ready for kickoff here. Get a nice aerial shot above the Etihad Stadium as the players take the knee once more. And the players are up, ready for kickoff. And we do have kickoff for this match between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. It's Manchester City playing in their swimming pool kit of sky blue top, white shorts and blue socks, attacking from left to right. And Tottenham Hotspur playing in their dark green shirts, black shorts and dark green socks, attacking from right to left. It's Manchester City that win the ball high up very early on here through the first 22 seconds. Jesus Navas, was it 2015 I think it was when we played Spurs, and we ended up beating them. I think Jesus Navas ended up scoring after, what was it, less than 20 seconds. So City already not getting off to as quick a start as what we did in that game. As Manchester City having possession early on. It's Aymeric Laporte now passing out to Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side. So Phil Foden is going on to the right-hand side. We spoke about that before we got into our preview and speaking about the game. As it is now Ilkay Gundogan for Manchester City. City being very calm and composed with possession, which is something we've come to expect from Manchester City under Pep Guardiola. As Mick Sid is on the Guinness tonight and I'm on the Stella Cider. Hello JJ, thank you for tuning in. That is very sweet. Wow. Very sweet. Here's Cancelo for Manchester City now. Gabriel Jesus as Matthew Hogg goes for 2-1 prediction for Manchester City. Here is Phil Foden on the right hand side, on the outside of the penalty area. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Cancelo into a crossing position, finds Phil Foden. He looks offside. I don't think the flag's gone up. The tackle goes and a corner I think is given there to Manchester City. He looks offside there, Phil Foden, but there we go. Yeah, he was definitely offside there, Foden. The flag, I don't think, ever went up. So it is a corner here to Manchester City, which Phil Foden is going to be taking. So Foden takes the corner. It's not a bad corner, and it's headed over by Rodri and out for a goal kick. That was actually a chance there for Manchester City. Rodri just gets over the top of the ball. It weren't a bad corner in that, actually. First chance of the game, that was a chance. And Rodri heads the ball over. So it does remain 0-0. And it's going to be Hugo Lloris taking a goal kick here for Tottenham, playing in his all-orange kit. Good keeper, Hugo Lloris. Very good goalkeeper. I have a lot of respect for him. A lot of respect. His goal kick, though, materialises to nothing as he goes long. And it's now Aymeric Laporte in possession for Manchester City. Here is Alexander Zinchenko passing to Raheem Sterling. Ilkay Gundogan. Silky Ilky with his nice slick pass in there. Just working the ball with not even taking a touch. Just working one touch and go here from Manchester City. Here is Alexander Zinchenko now to Ilkay Gundogan. So he's sitting on the left-hand side of midfield. Bernardo's going through the centre. Rodri's going through the centre as well. And Cancelo's going onto the right-hand side of midfield. Very interestingly, Alexander Zinchenko's playing in a more attacking role. So It's dangerous from Man City. They chip a ball into the box. Tottenham deal with it and should clear their lines here. Here's Tanganga. Nearly gets pressed and forced into a mistake. This could well go out for play for Tottenham, but they managed to keep it in and hoof the ball long. Rodri, though, fails with his pass and he finds only Lucas Moura. Lamela now coming forward. Gabriel Jesus tries to take out Lamela. He can't. It's not a good pass from Lamela, though. And Cancelo does enough for Manchester City to win the ball back inside their own penalty area. Here's Zinchenko now, bringing Manchester City forward. Raheem Sterling to Ilkay Gundogan. What can Gundogan do with the ball here? He's got 3 Tottenham players for company. He goes sideways to Rodri. Rodri now to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva looks to just pivot and turn. Something we've come to see from David Silva in a Manchester City shirt. Taking over the silver role there, the 2 silver boys. As Phil Foden's into the penalty area. Great twist. Turn. Tries to find a pass there to Jesus. It's well intercepted by Spurs and they sensibly just put the ball out of play for a throw into Manchester City on the outside of the Tottenham Hotspur penalty area on Manchester City's right-hand side. Cancelo takes the throw in, combines a 1-2 pass there with Bernardo Silva. Here is Cancelo now. Back to Bernardo Silva. Foden looked to make a run into the channel. Bernardo Silva chooses instead to keep hold of the ball. Here's Cancelo. Now back to Bernardo Silva. It's been a very lively first 5 minutes here. Manchester City have had one opportunity. Tottenham Hotspur have come forward and City intercepted well. There hasn't been any shots on goal as of yet, though, through the first 5 minutes. Here is Zinchenko now. He's dispossessed well by Tottenham, but Rodri reads the danger really well. Lucas Moura cannot come forward with the ball as Laporte now finds Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side for Manchester City. Here is Rodri with the ball in the centre to João Cancelo, definitely playing in a defensive midfielder role here for Manchester City. Zinchenko looking for a run. He hasn't got the run of anybody, so he goes to Raheem Sterling instead. Sterling to Gundogan. Gundogan just turns. Tottenham definitely sitting very deep. I mean, Harry Kane's within 40 yards of his own goal. It's how defensive Tottenham have been. Phil Foden into the penalty area. Cannot find a pass to Cancelo. Through a deflection, though, Cancelo can pick up the loose ball. He's got nobody for company, though. So he's forced to go back to John Stones and City go back and look to build from the back once more. Here's Aymeric Laporte now to Alexander Zinchenko. We're racking him through this one. Prefer it on draft, but still nonetheless from drinking from a can. I can imagine it. I miss the pubs, Aaron. I miss going out and I do miss away days and pubs and buying pints and stuff. But soon, hopefully, we can have it back. That would be absolutely brilliant, as Harry Kane shows tricky feet, not something you associate with Harry Kane, bringing Tottenham forward. Cancelo, though, makes a brilliant interception tackle there for Manchester City on Harry Kane, and so City can come away with the ball inside their own half. Bernardo Silva sensibly just knocks the ball back to Aymeric Laporte. Here is Alexander Zinchenko with the football for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva now playing in a deeper role than what Rodri was for a moment there, Bernardo Silva. As John Stones brings Manchester City forward. Goes to Cancelo on the right-hand side. City just choosing their moments, seem to be going with their easier passes as of right now. As Aymeric Laporte brings Manchester City forward. We're through 7 minutes here at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Zinchenko into a great position. Can he get a shot away? He looks to lay it off to Gundogan. He holds his head in his hands there. Couldn't believe that he'd made such a silly little mistake there. Zinchenko looked like he had half a yard for him just to maybe have a shot and pull the trigger. Thought about it, looked to play a cheeky back heel instead. No one was waiting there, though, and he's misjudged where Ilkay Gundogan was. He stopped making the run, and so nothing materialises for Manchester City. Cancelo, though, makes a great ball to Jesus. Here is Ilkay Gundogan now. Surely Sterling's going to overlap. Cuts into the centre, Gundogan. Jesus gets a shot away. It's blocked well. Jesus once more on the rebound, and another good block there from the tight defending Tottenham Hotspur as they look to come away with a counter-attack. Lucas Moura, though, is fouled by a combination of Zinchenko and Rodri, and Tottenham Hotspur come away with a free kick just outside the centre circle inside their own half. Great ball that from Cancelo to Jesus. Good bit of control. I thought it'd have gone with the overlap of Sterling there. Gundogan goes instead for Jesus, and a couple of good blocks there from Tottenham, from Dyer and also Sanchez, ensures that we can't have a shot on goal. So a good bit of defending there from Tottenham Hotspur. So, we've got over 80 people now tuning in, so that's much appreciated. So thank you everyone for that. We're 39 likes away from 100, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Hoping to hit 15,500 subscribers today during this live stream. That would be brilliant. We are 20 subscribers away the last time I did look. And also don't forget, go and download the OneFootball app too if you want to go and download the best footballing app out there. Tottenham into a great position, driving at the City defence, got into the box. It was well blocked there by John Stones to ensure that Tottenham don't have a shot on goal. Bit too easy that for Tottenham to carve Manchester City open. Cancelo now plays a ball to Zinchenko. This has been a very high energy first 9 minutes to this game at the moment, but a good start to the game nonetheless. Just having a look actually at subscribers. Here's Alexander Zinchenko for Manchester City. Plays a cross-field pass. It isn't a great pass, but it finds Phil Foden nonetheless. And he's into the penalty area. It's well defended by Ben Davies, and he can clear for Tottenham. Looks for a ball into the channels. There's nobody there. I think Davies was just happy just to clear the danger, really. And so Manchester City can come away with the ball. Here's Alexander Zinchenko now inside the Tottenham half to Rodri. He'll go sideways here to John Stones. John Stones moving City forward. City moving the ball very quickly at the moment, is what I would say. As Aymeric Laporte picks up the ball. Here's Zinchenko inside the Tottenham half to Ilkay Gundogan. Back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko now to Raheem Sterling. Plays the ball back to Zinchenko. Aymeric Laporte now picks up the ball for Manchester City. Plays one touch and pass to John Stones. Again, one touch pass. Cancelo, one touch. Plays a ball forward, looking for Phil Foden. He'd cut into the centre rather than going down the right-hand side. Poor clearance, though, from Ben Davies. Means Jesus, who dropped deeper, can pick up the ball. Foden now into Cancelo. Cancelo driving down the right-hand side. Should keep this in and gets a ball across. It's defended, though, by Sanchez and hooked clear by Tottenham. Only as far, though, now as Bernardo Silva. Here is Phil Foden. There's a channel move there from Bernardo Silva, but there's too much on the pass, and it does go out of play for a goal kick here to Tottenham Hotspur. We're through 11 minutes. It is Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Tottenham defending very deep at the moment, but absorbing the pressure, absorbing Manchester City's attacking threat, and are looking pretty lively when it comes to the counter-attack. Got into a couple of good positions so far as the goal kick's taken. Eric Dyer is the one that's forced to go long. Zinchenko, though, intercepts really well. Here's Raheem Sterling, back to Zinchenko. Now Gundogan to Sterling. Zinchenko picks up the ball. Here's Gundogan once more. Zinchenko, I think he's done really well there to keep the ball in play, and he has. Here is John Stones then, ensuring that Manchester City still have possession. Cancelo on the right-hand side. Phil Foden. Jesus makes a run. He doesn't use him. Here's Cancelo in space. Raheem Sterling's got acres of space down the left-hand side. Cancelo tries to find him with an outside of the foot ball in, but it doesn't pay off. And instead, Tottenham can look to try and come away, but Aymeric Laporte makes the interception. And so Manchester City once more have possession. Lovely bit of play here from Bernardo Silva to Raheem Sterling into the penalty area. Flicks it to Bernardo, squares it across. It's a good bit of defending once more. Sanchez in the right place at the right time to ensure that the danger is averted for now. Tottenham can come away with the ball here. Here's Eric Lamela now. Tottenham got 4 players forward ahead of him. The ball comes in. Here's Lucas Moura to Harry Kane on the outside of the penalty area. Wants a free kick and gets a free kick on the edge of the Manchester City penalty area on the right-hand side. Shootable range here. Aymeric Laporte isn't happy with that. Well, wait to see the replay as to how much there was actually in the challenge. It does go through the back of him. To be honest, if it was at the other end, I'd be pretty upset if City didn't have a free kick for that. And so a bit of a cheap free kick given away from Aymeric Laporte. Maybe that's all coming down to game time and looking maybe a little bit rusty. Bringing down Harry Kane. So Harry Kane now, 22, 23 yards. It's not one of them that he's going to struggle to get it up and over because it's too close. It's actually probably the perfect distance away from goal. So this is definitely a bit for Ederson to get the wall sorted, as once more we're seeing a City player lying down under the wall to ensure that he can't go under. So Harry Kane's going to have to go over. So if this goes in, I'm either going to say great free kick or poor position. As Kane gets a shot in, I think that's come off the post. Definitely come off the woodwork. Here's Lucas Moura. Ball comes across and Ederson picks up the loose ball. Harry Kane nearly finds the back of the Manchester City net there with a great free kick. Wall jumps up. Oh, it's dead. It's off the post. Ederson beat. That was a brilliant free kick from Harry Kane. And Manchester City survive. We can wipe our brows. Woo! That was definitely close there. Definitely close. Yeah, Mixed, no idea. Put the question out there for everybody. I'm not sure. Mum, thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. So that was nearly from Aymeric Laporte's mistake there that Tottenham nearly take the lead. Definitely the biggest moment of the game so far, but it remains 0-0. Here's Manchester City now. Poor ball from Cancelo going forward. Son's brought down and a free kick is given to Tottenham now. Inside their own half. I think Kane's looking for the inside of the post. He's so close. So close. I said he's a danger man, though. Said he's a danger man. So here's Tottenham now, having a bit of possession. Ben Davies goes long. He's just going to give the ball away. And Stones will mop that up. Cancelo. Sorry, Rodri. I don't know why I said Cancelo. Great ball from Rodri out to Sterling. Overlap from Zinchenko, not used by Sterling. Needs to get into an onside position there, Zinchenko, and he does. Sterling, though, still with the ball. Not a very good pass, and just about Bernardo Silva having to stretch to play the pass there to ensure Manchester City still have possession. Gabriel Jesus plays the ball out to the left-hand side. Here's Zinchenko now. He thought about a cross into the box there, ladies and gentlemen. As Gundogan picks up the ball for Manchester City. It's not a good pass though, and goes straight out of play for a goal kick. Not really linked up too well for Manchester City when getting into the attacking third at this moment in time, as it remains Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. 78% possession for Manchester City at the moment, 22 for Tottenham. Manchester City have had 147 passes compared with Tottenham's 46 and 102 touches inside Tottenham's half already, yet it's Tottenham that's come closest through Harry Kane from the free kick. Here is Son now for Tottenham. He's dispossessed very well though by Cancelo, and Phil Foden with some great pressing manages to win a free kick there from Heung-min Son as Phil Foden still sits down feeling a little bit of pain. He just hops around, gets up, and he's going to get on with it, so nothing of worry there for Manchester City fans, and also for the coaching staff, for the team, and for Phil Foden as well. Here is Aymeric Laporte. Alexander Zinchenko now. Getting into some really good positions at the moment, Alexander Zinchenko is for Manchester City. Here is John Stones to João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva on the right-hand side. He's dispossessed only to find Phil Foden. Here's Bernardo Silva once more. Driving towards the penalty area. He goes down. Nothing is given. He's furious about no decision being given for him, as Moura looked like he'd taken a heavy touch, but he stays in control of it. Laporte commits himself but doesn't dispossess. Tottenham are forced backwards though. Here is Son now to Harry Kane, playing on the left-hand side. Looks to try and whip a cross in. It's not a good ball in from Harry Kane, and straight out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City. Bernardo Silva definitely not happy that he didn't get a free kick on the edge of the Tottenham Hotspur penalty area there. Let's see if he has a case as we get a close-up of that. 100% has a case. It's definitely a free kick. Awful bit of officiating there from the referee. Awful bit of refereeing. But there we go. You just have to give it a try, mix it, and see how it goes. As we've got over 80 people now tuning in. We've got 67 likes. We're 33 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new around here. 15,500 subscribers well in sight, and hopefully we can hit that during this live stream. Don't forget also to go and download the OneFootball app too. This video is sponsored and brought to you by OneFootball, the best footballing app out there. Stay up to date with all the latest transfer news, latest scores, statistics, all that good football stuff, press that link at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download screen to download OneFootball, as Zinchenko has a hit and it goes flying high and wide and harmlessly over. So we're now 30 likes away, so let's go. We've got 75 people now tuning in, so if everybody does leave a thumbs up right now, if you are enjoying this, that would be much appreciated. I'm sure that would help us to get very close to our like goal of 100, which hopefully we can hit before half-time. That would be grand, as we'll get a close-up of Gareth Bale, who's sitting on the bench once more, as we're now 17 subscribers away from 15,500. So like I said, hopefully we can hit that during this live stream. That would be absolutely excellent. Good ball over the top here for Tottenham now. Here's Harry Kane, play with their attacking four, definitely causing City problems. Here's Lamela, chooses not to play a pass into Son as he wanted it. Instead, he keeps hold of the ball and he gets reinforcement coming forward now. Manchester City momentarily do dispossess Tottenham, but once more Højbjerg has the ball. It's forced backwards, so Tottenham just happy, it seems, to have a bit of possession. Good interception that by Cancelo. He can win the ball, and he does, although he gives the ball straight back. Typical. And Tottenham can come forward again into the Manchester City half. Here is Højbjerg to Lamela. Harry Kane now plays the ball into Moura. Not a good pass though by Moura, and Manchester City can come away with it. Zinchenko plays the ball back to Ederson. He hasn't had a lot to do other than scramble to his far post from a free kick, and thankfully the ball hit the post and came out rather than post and in. But that's all that has happened so far. I don't think we've had a shot on target yet, as Ederson's now well out of his area for Manchester City and having a touch and pass into Aymeric Laporte. Here's Laporte for Manchester City. Jesus dropping a bit deeper. Good bit of skills there. Selling and dropping Højbjerg. Here's Sterling now into the penalty area for Manchester City. Driving hard at the Spurs defence to no avail. Here's Jesus now. Fancies his chances with his fancy feet. Here's Raheem Sterling, a bit of space. Can he find a shot? And the answer is no. Gundogan now. Tottenham managed to get all their players back behind the ball, apart from Harry Kane, so Manchester City are going to have to be very creative here if they find anything. Gundogan now manages to... it goes down. It's definitely not anything given there for a penalty. I'm just wondering... has a penalty been given? Gundogan's gone down. I'm wondering what's happened here. So Gundogan goes to make the... It goes through the back of him there, Højbjerg. He steps onto it and he's kicked. That's a penalty. That's a penalty to Manchester City, surely. Kicks him through the back of his legs, goes down. I think a penalty's being given here to Manchester City. So I said that I fancied City's first goal come through Jesus from the penalty spot. So this is upheld and a penalty's given here to Manchester City. I'm wondering who's going to take it. City and penalties don't go really too well with Tottenham, if I'm honest. Jesus has been given some instruction, so I'm wondering if it's him that's going to be taking the penalty. Ederson's strolling forward. Please be Ederson taking it. That would be brilliant. It's Rodri that's going to be taking the penalty here for Manchester City. Rodri. So I said I fancied it being someone different. City haven't been too great from the penalty spot. Ederson... Ederson's coming forward. He wants it. He wants the penalty. He's been sent back by Bernardo Silva. He's got his head down. He's not happy about that. I tell you what, if Rodri doesn't score, Ederson's going to be furious. Ederson wanted this penalty. Bernardo pushes him back. He's been told no. It's going to be Rodri taking it. Bernardo Silva's having a word with Rodri. I'm not too sure what about. I'm not sure if a message has been passed across. Maybe it's Ederson says he's having the next one if you don't score, so for taking it and being left vulnerable if he misses. So a big opportunity, the best opportunity of the game so far. 22 minutes in, Rodri against Hugo Lloris from the penalty spot. Gundogan and Højbjerg exchange words. Rodri, he scores! Just about for Manchester City. It's 1-0. Hugo Lloris gets a big hand onto it. He's very disappointed, the World Cup winner. Very disappointed that he wasn't able to make the save. It's Rodri that puts it into the back of the net. It's not a good penalty at all. He just goes low and hard. It goes over his wrist and into the roof of the net. So he's going to be very disappointed there, Hugo Lloris. Very disappointed. But it is Manchester City that lead. The penalty does go in. That's all that matters, if I'm completely honest. Ederson's not going to be too happy that it's gone into the back of the net. Ederson did want that, but it is 1-0 to Manchester City here. We lead against Tottenham Hotspur. Just about 1-0. That's deep. That was stressful, that. Very stressful. I wanted Edison to take it. Maybe he'll get the next one. So it is 1-0 to Manchester City. I can't wait for JSGC to get involved with that either, Mixed, if I'm honest. What's the worst drink? Cutthroat cider that I had at Aston Villa away. Definitely. Just about goes into the back of the net, and so Manchester City lead here. Here is Harry Kane now. So Heung-min Son gets a ball across. John Stones manages to deal with that. Son, though, gets the ball back from Manchester City. Here is Ben Davis. Forced backwards by Manchester City. Malort. I've never heard of that one, Aaron. Hits them with power too, yeah. So, if they're going to make a save, it's going to be very difficult for them to make a save if you hit it with power and go hard and with some accuracy as well. I always think just pop it down the middle. Wait for the keeper to commit and pop it down the middle. It's a good safe option as Zinchenko takes a tactical foul there and Tottenham get a free kick, making sure it's not in shootable range. And so they're going to have to put a ball into the back of the net instead. It's Rodri's first club goal since scoring in the 2020 League Cup final. So there we go, scoring from the penalty spot for Manchester City to ensure that Manchester City do lead. I don't think many people out there would have Rodri first goal. Well, there we go. And if there was going to be a Rodri first goal, you'd have thought it would have come via a corner or a set piece. But no, penalty spot for Manchester City. A header, I mean, with his head by set piece. I know penalty is a set piece. Don't go there. Don't go there, ladies and gentlemen. So free kick here. In a kind of dangerous area for Tottenham, a chance for them to put something into the box. Son stands over it, dinks the ball into the box. Should be dealt with by Manchester City and is. Rodri manages to get his head onto that. And Foden now, can he set Jesus away? Can he get it under control? Jesus can, and he's cleaned out by Eric Dyer. That's a nasty little challenge. By Lamella. He can't believe it. Got his hand in his head there. It's a yellow card at least. Slides right through Gabriel Jesus. Takes him out. Stops the counter-attack. To be fair to Lamella, he gets the ball. To be fair, yeah, he gets the ball. I'd probably be upset with that as well, actually. I didn't know he got the ball. It looked like he just took him out, but there we go. There we go. So it is a free kick to Manchester City. I think I'd like to see Edison take a penalty. I don't think it'll happen unless City are maybe like 2 or 3 goals up. It's like an exhibition thing to see how he does. I can't see it at a crucial 0-0 at the time, seeing what happens from there. I can't see that happening, if I'm honest. So there we go. We're up to 75 likes, so we're 25 likes away from 100 likes. So if you are watching this, and we've got over 100 people now watching, then please do leave a thumbs up on this video. That would be much appreciated. Let's get them 100 likes ASAP. If you're new around here as well, do subscribe. That would be much appreciated by me too. And don't forget, also go and check out the One Football app through the link at the top of my description. That would be much appreciated as well. They're the sponsor of this video, so thank you very much to them. Oh yeah, there's follows through on him. I do remember that that would not even be a free kick through getting the ball. To me, it's all about opinions. I thought that was a nice, strong tackle as Man City looked to just dink the ball over the top in towards the path of Phil Foden, who's now going down the left-hand side, and Raheem Sterling down the right-hand side. Is too much on it, and it goes straight into the arms of Hugo Lloris. Here is John Stones now. Rodri, the goal scorer. For Manchester City. Jesus drops deeper but taken out by Spurs. No free kick given. Ball slightly behind Harry Kane with the pass that's played forward, and Manchester City can scramble that and can't bring it clear. Here is Phil Foden now for Manchester City. He fails to control the ball properly there, and Tottenham can come away with it. Lucas Moura under pressure, looking to try and get a free kick, and does get a free kick. He doesn't look too happy about it, if I'm honest. Looked like he got himself into a good position. So once more a chance for Tottenham. I thought they might have tried to dink another ball into the box, but they choose to play it quickly instead and go backwards to Eric Dyer. Here is Højbjerg now, the man that gave the penalty away with a challenge on Ilkay Gundogan in the penalty area, which saw Rodri put the penalty kick away for Manchester City, just about for us to lead 1-0 here. And he's taken out there by Bernardo Silva, and Bernardo Silva is going to pick up a yellow card for Manchester City there. Tottenham, yeah, they're a good attacking team. I imagine they'll be looking to try and take the game to Manchester City and look to try and get back into this game. I mean, game plan's kind of done if they were looking for a 0-0 and to sit deeper once the first goal goes in. If it's against you, it's always going to be difficult for Manchester City. Now it's all about just ensuring that we get control of this game. We don't allow Tottenham to get ahead up a steam and we start pushing for that killer second goal. For Tottenham, it's all about just taking a step back to take a step forward. To start looking for being more attacking, basically, because game plan's gone out the window to be defensive and look to hit City on the counter-attack. They need to do that now. They need to find a goal. They need to find and make something happen, which at the moment, if they can't, then Manchester City will come away with the 3 points, and that bad feeling that lots of people have had will go away. So here's Harry Kane now for Tottenham Hotspur, forced backwards by Manchester City inside their own half here, Spurs, inside their own penalty area now. Here's Eric Dyer. Tottenham doing a lot of running. Eric Dyer, can he bring the ball clear for Spurs? Under pressure from Jesus, plays the ball forward, plays it well to Son. A good tackle there by Manchester City means Spurs pick up a throw-in just inside their own half, which Ben Davies is going to take. Here is Heung-min Son, so a lot of their attacking intent is being shown through Heung-min Son at the moment. But they can play it forward now. Couple of good passes exchanged. Here's Højbjerg with the ball to Heung-min Son. Ben Davies is in a lot of space on the left-hand side. Son chooses not to play him in, though, and instead goes back to Højbjerg. Given away by Lucas Moura. Here's Gabriel Jesus now. Potential counter-attack opportunity for Manchester City. Here's Phil Foden. Sensibly just plays it backwards to İlkay Gundogan. Here's Rodri. Under pressure from Heung-min Son goes to João Cancelo. Cancelo now to Bernardo Silva in the centre. In space. Chance for a shot. Gets a shot away. It's deflected and well saved there by Hugo Lloris. I don't think Bernardo Silva could quite believe that he managed to get in so much space to get a shot away, and instead it's deflected and defended well by Spurs. And Spurs actually now can come away on the counter-attack. Here's Heung-min Son into the City half. He's got runners. Plays a ball in. Zinchenko's there to deal with it for Manchester City now. Here's Gabriel Jesus, who's kind of taking up a more midfield role for Manchester City right now. Here is Phil Foden for Manchester City. He's got the overlap of Zinchenko. Chooses not to use him. Gundogan now. Back to Zinchenko. To Phil Foden. Zinchenko now. Back to İlkay Gundogan. Phil Foden makes a run. Gundogan not used him, not yet. Uses him now. Here's Foden. Plays a ball in, and it's a good ball in, and it's defended really well by Tottenham and out for a throw into Manchester City there. I thought that targeting someone like Eric Dyer at the back would be suitable for City, but Dyer doesn't seem to be having too bad of a game playing at centre-back at the moment. In fact, Sanchez and Dyer have looked pretty solid. It's more down the right-hand side targeting Tanganga, and also I feel like they're suspectable on the left-hand side as well if we can get the overlap sorted. I think that might be an outlet that City might look at maybe in towards the second half. So might we be looking at possibly a Cancelo at left back and moving someone like Kyle Walker on to try and look for the overlaps. Play very narrow Spurs with their back four. Does look like it can be got at, but I did say that before the game. Which is very surprising for a Jose Mourinho team. There's not normally too much space there, if I'm honest. There seems to be more space than what they normally would come to expect from a Jose Mourinho team. But there we go. As we are now only 21 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. So if you haven't already, please do leave a thumbs up. That would be absolutely great. And we're now 15 subscribers. So if you're new around here and you haven't already, do subscribe. We're 15 subscribers away from that live subscriber count ticking over to 15,500. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. As Manchester City have a free kick on the right-hand side and a chance for us to whip the ball in towards the penalty area and see if we can create an opportunity. This is where you'd like Kevin De Bruyne to be putting a ball in towards that penalty spot, really, and put your head onto it and see what can happen here. Here's İlkay Gundogan instead. It's too close to the keeper, that. Manchester City, a player goes down. It's Laporte that goes down appealing for something. Tottenham can come away with it, though, on the counter-attack. It wasn't a good free kick in that really by Manchester City, but Lamela doesn't control it properly. Heavy touch sees it go out of play for a throw into Manchester City. So to no avail, the counter attack there from Tottenham, but not a great ball in that from Ilkay Gundogan. Far too much, not enough whip onto it, and way too close there to the goalkeeper. Didn't really give any of the City players a chance there. But like I said, it's where you come to expect players like Kevin De Bruyne that had come on to try and put in a decent quality ball, but with De Bruyne being injured, it is what it is. Ilkay Gundogan's still a very good central midfielder and taking over with that role on set pieces, but there we go. Nonetheless, doesn't mean that Ilkay Gundogan's not a very good player, because he's a very, very good player. He's been exceptional for Manchester City this season. And speaking of Ilkay Gundogan, there he is, picking up another free kick for Manchester City, this time on the left-hand side. So I wonder if City are going to play this quick and pass it, whoever we're going to fancy another chance of whipping a ball in. City sending the big players forward. Forward goes Laporte, forward goes Rodri, forward goes John Stones. See Raheem Sterling, Jesus, Bernardo Silva, Cancelo and Zinchenko floating around there as well, going forward for Manchester City. Ilkay Gundogan chooses to work it this time. Here's Zinchenko, dinks a ball in. It's headed clear by Tottenham, so a bit of a pointless exercise that one in sending the big players forward. They've now got to run all the way back as it goes out of play for a throw into Manchester City. So we've got roughly around 10 minutes to go until half-time here. It's Manchester City that lead through the penalty spot thanks to a goal from Rodri after a foul from Højbjerg on Ilkay Gundogan. Just about went into the back of the net from Rodri from the penalty spot, but as long as it is the back of the net, doesn't really matter, is the difference here for Manchester City. That's headed clear by Tanganga, only as far as Phil Foden now. Here is Alexander Zinchenko. Back to Rodri. Here's Zinchenko once more. To Phil Foden now on the left-hand side for Manchester City. Plays a ball into Gundogan. Twist inside the penalty area. Not got any runners. Zinchenko makes the overlap. He can't use him though through good pressing from Tanguy and Ndombele. Here's Rodri for Manchester City now driving towards the penalty area. Here's Cancelo. He might have a shot here. He dinks it in instead. Here's Sterling. Plays it across. He's appealing for handball. There's a couple of City players appealing for handball here. So there might be a decision here for VAR. We might be looking at a possible second penalty. I'll see your highlights of this first before I get too excited. I've seen them given. It's out here and it hits his arm. Raheem Sterling's wanting a penalty there as we're seeing a bit of snow coming down. Play continues anyway, so I presume no penalty as the ball's levered out of play for a throw-in here to Manchester City once more. It's a bit naughty that from Ben Davies. You run the risk putting your arm out that if the referee or the linesman sees that and points to the penalty spot, VAR isn't going to say that isn't a penalty. They'd probably support the decision. But who knows the handball rule these days and what handball is and what handball isn't. There's times earlier in the season when anything that was touching the arm was being given as a penalty, but they seem to have stopped doing that at the moment. As John Stones looks to try and play a ball across to Foden. Tanganga gets his foot to it though. Manchester City though win the ball back. Here is Ilkay Gundogan now. Phil Foden making an overlap. He's used eventually, squares it across and out for a corner here to Manchester City. So it's a corner here to Manchester City. It's whipped in. It's cleared by Harry Kane. Wasn't a great ball in that from Foden, if I'm honest. Here's Rodri now into the penalty area. So Ilkay Gundogan just about manages to keep City on hold with the ball as Bernardo Silva whips the ball in. Laporte looked like he'd brought him down. I don't think the referee's given a free kick there though. Jesus with a great interception though for Manchester City, and he's going to be brought down there and a free kick to Manchester City. Ben Davies has the cheek to argue against the referee for giving a free kick to Manchester City after his little cheeky handball there. Has the cheek to go and do that. Oh man, there we go. There we go. That's funny. That is funny. We've got over 100 people now tuning in, so thank you very much for everybody that is tuning in. We've got 15 likes. Let's make them happen. 15 likes to go until 100 likes. Let's see if we can get there before half time. If you're watching this and you haven't already, leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. 15 likes away from 100 likes. We're 15 subscribers away from 15,500 subscribers too. 15 being the number. Let's see if we can make that happen. 14 subscribers now away from that, as it is a free kick here to Manchester City. Gabriel Jesus is unhappy about something with Eric Lamela. Jesus, what's happening here? So Lamela's getting a word spoken to by the referee. Hugo Lloris has been called over, captain for Tottenham Hotspur. I think he's pointing out to Lamela that if anything like that's happening, then the penalty might be given, as Jesus is holding his hands up there going, I don't know what's happening, what's going on, as Lamela's no longer on marking duties of Gabriel Jesus right now, as they both exchange looks at each other. What's going on? Anyway, free kick, City, whipped in. Not a great ball in, as once more Manchester City man's on the floor, and I think a free kick actually has been given to Spurs instead. A bad ball in actually from Manchester City. I think it was Cancelo that put the ball in. So there we go. So free kick here to Tottenham inside their own penalty area. 5.5 minutes to go until half time. Here is Sanchez with the ball. Tanganga now. Oh, I was nearly intercepted by Gabriel Jesus from, I think it was Lamela, as Lloris is put under pressure now. Sanchez. How's goods? Tottenham's building up from the back. He goes long and straight out of play, but it is a throw in there to Tottenham as it comes via deflection, and Tottenham sensibly just chooses to take their time a little bit, as Tottenham did get ahead of the wind, so to speak, when Manchester City had scored from the penalty spot, but City have absorbed the pressure from Tottenham, and City now starting to look a little bit more lively, pressing a lot higher, trying to force mistakes early on from Spurs, and what we're looking for is that killer second goal, really, and if we can get that before half time, that would be a great big bonus for Manchester City. Mistake comes though high up here. Here is Phil Foden for Manchester City, just about holds on to the ball. Ilkay Gundogan, Rodri now, it's got the run of Bernardo Silva. It's going to be intercepted though well by Son. Bernardo Silva though makes a good interception. It's a bit scrappy. This is Gundogan just about keeps City in control of possession. Here's Raheem Sterling. I think City would be sensible here just to go backwards and keep hold of the ball. Yeah, and they do. It's getting a bit nitty gritty, that, so to speak, and a sense that Tottenham might intercept and come away with the ball. So City just sensibly, instead of forcing the issue, just choose to play and keep possession of the ball and resume their attack when possibly a gap appears after the original mistake came from Moura giving the ball away. But not every time that when a ball is given away in a high up area that it needs to be capitalised upon. Sometimes it's just important to keep hold and control of possession. After all, we're 1-0 up. We're not having to force the issue. This isn't the 85th minute and it's 0-0 and we need to win. So just keep hold of the ball. As we've had, Tottenham's had 2 attempts in this game. Manchester City have had 6. Good bit of pressing that from Lamela, as John Stones comes away with the ball. 1 on target for Manchester City, none for Tottenham. That's not great statistics, if I'm honest. That 1 on target for City is that 1 goal from the penalty spot from Rodri. Cancelo now plays a nice ball to Raheem Sterling. We'll get there ahead of Ben Davies. Raheem Sterling, great position. Oh, what a great block. Cancelo, square it across. Jesus. Oh, it's over the bar. What an opportunity from Manchester City. What a block from Davinson Sanchez, though, to stop Manchester City doubling their lead. Great run from Raheem Sterling. Ben Davies just couldn't keep up with Sterling. Great find to Gundogan. I think that was going into the back of the net, and a great block from Sanchez. Jesus gets a good shot away over the bar. Great block from Sanchez. I think that might have wrong-footed the keeper as well. It'd have been interesting to see from another angle if that had gone in, and Jesus just gets a bit too much onto it. Actually clips the top of the crossbar. And out for a goal kick to Tottenham, as Tottenham have been put under pressure from Manchester City. Eric Dyer under pressure. Tanganga was from Phil Foden. Tottenham do really well actually to come away with the ball here. 3 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes, to go until half time. Here is Heung-min Son now inside the City half. Just lays it off and going backwards. Tottenham just happy just to have a bit of possession again. The City were just looking to build up a bit of momentum and get up ahead of steam. Here is Sanchez now, having a really good performance with Eric Dyer at the back for Spurs so far. Eric Dyer once more for Tottenham Hotspur. Now Højbjerg to Sanchez. Eric Dyer now. Dinks a ball long. John Stones deals with that. Cancelo deals with that as well, and Manchester City can come away once more with the ball through Aymeric Laporte. Here is Alexander Zinchenko for Manchester City, twisting and turning. Plays the ball back to Rodri, as we are now 8 likes away from 100 likes. Let's see if we can make that happen before half time. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. As Tottenham, Phil Foden just gives away the ball and Tottenham can come away with the ball. It's a poor pass though, and Bernardo Silva can intercept and Stones can come away with the ball for Manchester City. There hasn't been too much creation from Manchester City. We've looked very lively in trying to make things happen. Tottenham are defending very well. Like I said, Dyer and Sanchez are having very good games for Spurs at the moment. Love that in Nicosia. We don't have electricity. Show the match yet. You've got internet and you're here watching me. Doesn't really weigh up if I'm completely honest. Here's Zinchenko now. To Foden. Gundogan now. To Jesus. Looks to try and play a 1-2 but it doesn't work, and eventually it comes away for Manchester City. Here is Son. Goes backwards, playing in a defensive midfield role at the moment, as we've got, what, 10 seconds to go here until we go into added time, as a free kick given from a pull on Phil Foden against Tanguy and Ndombele, and a free kick given to Tottenham Hotspur. So I suspect it's probably going to be a minute added on here. As Tottenham play the ball through, Edison's going to mop that up and plays a pass out to Alexander Zinchenko. Sia Bonga, happy birthday to you, as we are into 1 minute of added on time here. Here is João Cancelo now, driving forward for Manchester City. Might be the last chance of the half. Onto his left foot, has a shot, and it is over the crossbar. And that would probably be probably take us to half time, with Manchester City having a slender advantage, leading by 1-0 here at the Etihad Stadium. So guys, yeah, 8 likes away from 100 likes there. So if you haven't already, we've got over 100 people tuning in. We've got 120 people nearly tuning in right now. So if everybody watching this leaves a thumbs up, we would get to them 100 likes. Let's see if we can get there before half time. 7 likes. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. 10 seconds to go. So if you're watching this, leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated by me. As Manchester City pick the ball up high up again, as we are through that minute now. I suspect the referee may blow the half-time whistle as Tottenham intercept, and the half-time whistle does go. 4 likes, 3 likes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it happen. 3 likes to go. As the half-time whistle does go here at the Etihad Stadium, it is Manchester City leading by 1-0 thanks to a penalty from Rodri for Manchester City after Ilkay Gundogan was fouled by Højbjerg in the penalty area. As we smash past 100 likes now. So thank you everyone for that. That is much appreciated. We have hit our like goal for this live stream already. Let's keep pushing. Let's see how many likes we can get on this live stream. So we are going to go and have a look at the stats for this game, and then we're going to draw up some conclusions for the first half. Then we're going to go and have a look at the scores from around the ground. We'll do our promos. We've got a bit of half-time entertainment also for everybody to look forward to, and then we will have resumption for the second half. So, just going to get the stats up for this game. It's Manchester City. I'm using the OneFootball app, by the way. This is sponsored by OneFootball, this watch-along. So if you want to go and download that, go and press the link at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download screen to go and download OneFootball. So, the most important stat reads Manchester City 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0 for goals. Possession, 64% possession there for Manchester City in the first half. 36% possession for Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester City have won 46% of their duels. Tottenham Hotspur have won 54% of the duels. Aerial duels won, same stat as well. 55% won by Tottenham, 45% For Manchester City, ironically, no offsides at this moment in time in the game. We've got Jesus that's gone through a whole first half without straying offside, which must be some kind of achievement. Corners for Manchester City reads 2 to City and none for Tottenham so far. City have had 9 shots, 1 on target. That was the penalty, so that's pretty poor from Manchester City. Tottenham defending very deep. They made a couple of really good blocks, but that's a really disappointing stat. Considering we've not had 1 shot in open play in that first half, so that's definitely something I would be looking to try and get sorted for the second half. Tottenham have had 2 shots, none on target so far. Closest Spurs have come, of course, that free kick from Harry Kane, which hit the post, had Ederson scrambling at 6s and 7s, and thankfully it didn't go posting in, but actually hit the post and came back out, but was very close, and it was a very good free kick from Harry Kane. Shot accuracy from City 11%, 0% for Tottenham, of course, because they've not had a shot on target. City have had 4 block shots compared with 1 for Tottenham Hotspur. Both sides have hit the woodwork once. Manchester City have had 6 of their shots inside the box and 3 shots outside of the box. That's interesting. City have made 7 tackles, winning 57% of their tackles. Tottenham have made 11 tackles, winning 45% of their tackles. City have made 3 clearances compared with Tottenham's 10. Tottenham have made 6 interceptions compared with City's 2, so dominating the defensive stats there. Total passes 631 passes for Manchester City, 192 for Tottenham Hotspur. City's pass completion rate at a very good 90%. Tottenham Hotspur's at a very, very respectable 83% as well. Man City's successful cross conversion is at 14.3%, which isn't brilliant. City have attempted 7 crosses so far. Tottenham have attempted 4. Tottenham's successful cross rate is at 0%, not connecting with 1 cross. City have made 8 fouls compared with 6 for Tottenham. No red card so far in the game, but 1 yellow card for Manchester City, none for Tottenham. That yellow card going to Bernardo Silva. So there we go. That's One Football. It's how we're getting all the stats there for everybody. If you want to go and download that, like I said, do go and download it through the link at the top of my description. It also helps to support the future content created here on the JSGC channel. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to update the screen here just so it reads second half. Just get that sorted whilst it's on my brain. And then we're going to go through all the scores from Saturday for this game. And then, we've got some half-time entertainment for everybody to look forward to. We'll do a little bit of interaction as well, as I know everybody likes the interaction, and then we'll go on from there. So, at the moment, Premier League, earlier today, 12:30 kickoff GMT here in the UK. It finished Leicester City 3, Liverpool 1. Liverpool took the lead in the game. Their imploding confidence is shot. Liverpool losing the game. Manchester City now with a win. If we do win here, go 13 points clear of Liverpool with a game in hand. Most important though, Leicester currently sitting in second place. City 4 points clear of them at this moment in time, with a chance here to go 7 points clear if we can win this game, with our game in hand coming on Wednesday. If we win this game and that game in hand, we'll be 10 points clear of Leicester. Manchester United still got a game to play, which is being played tomorrow. They've got a match against West Brom away, where if they win, they can go back into second place. In the 3 o'clock kickoff in the Premier League, it finished Crystal Palace 0, Burnley 3. Big ouch, that one for Crystal Palace. Lots of problems for them. Manchester City half-time score, currently 1-0 up against Tottenham Hotspur. In the 8 PM kickoff in the United Kingdom, you've got Brighton and Hove Albion taking on Aston Villa. In the Sky Bet Championship, it's finished Nottingham Forest 0, AFC Bournemouth 0, Birmingham City 0, Luton Town 1, Derby County 2, Middlesbrough 1, Cardiff City 3, Coventry City 1, Huddersfield Town 2, Wycombe Wanderers 3. That's a good game. Good win there for Wycombe. Norwich City 4, Stoke City 1. Reading 1, Millwall 2. Rotherham QPR has been postponed. Sheffield Wednesday Swansea City is also being postponed. And Watford 6, Bristol City 0. Into League 1, AFC Wimbledon Rochdale was postponed. Blackpool Peterborough was postponed. Bristol Rovers Swindon was also postponed. Charlton Athletic 2, Gillingham 3. Crewe Alexandra and Portsmouth was postponed as well. Hull City 0, Milton Keynes Dons 1. Northampton Town 0, Burton Albion Aberdeen 2, Plymouth Argyle 1, Fleetwood Town 0, Shrewsbury Town and Ipswich Town was postponed, and Sunderland 4, Doncaster Rovers 1. Into the Sky Bet League 2, Bolton Wanderers 1, Stevenage 0, Bradford City and Salford City was postponed, Cambridge 0, Southend 0, Carlisle Crawley was postponed, Forest Green Rovers and Barrow was postponed, Harrogate Town Leyton Orient was postponed, Grimsby Town Tranmere Rovers was postponed, Morecambe Scunthorpe was postponed, and so was Port Vale Newport, which was also postponed. In Scotland, it finished Aberdeen 0, St Mirren 0, Dundee United 3, Livingston 0, Motherwell 1, Hamilton Academical 4, Rangers 1, Kilmarnock 0, and Ross County Hibernian was postponed. In the Scottish Championship, Alloa Athletic 1, Arbroath 1, Dunfermline Athletic and Dundee was postponed, Inverness Caledonian Thistle and Morton was postponed, and Raith Rovers Ayr United was also postponed. All Scottish League 1 and League 2 games were postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. We'll go to the National League now. Was there any games? There was a few games, a lot of games postponed. Chesterfield Eastleigh postponed, Dagenham and Redbridge Hartlepool postponed, Halifax Town Dover Athletic postponed, Maiden United Weymouth postponed, Solihull Moors Barnet postponed, Wealdstone Bromley postponed, Woking and Torquay also postponed. Also Wrexham Notts County has been postponed as well. So full-time scores: Stockport County 0, Aldershot Town 0, Yeovil 2, Altrincham 0, Sutton United 2, Boreham Wood 0. Now, heading abroad into Europe, we're going to start off first in Spain. Granada 1, Atletico Madrid 2 full-time, Sevilla 1, Huesca 0 full-time, Eibar 1, Real Valladolid 1 is a half-time score, and at 8 p.m. GMT you've got Barcelona taking on Alaves. Into the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen 2, Mainz 2, Borussia Dortmund 2, Hoffenheim 2, Werder Bremen 0, Freiburg 0, and Stuttgart 1, Hertha Berlin 1. All full-time scores. Currently half-time: Union Berlin 0, Schalke 0. Into the Serie A in Italy, Torino 0, Genoa 0 full-time. Later score currently: Napoli 1, Juventus 0. That's an interesting game. And you've got Spezia taking on AC Milan at 7:45 p.m. GMT. Into the Liga 1, PSG 2, Nice 1. Full-time scores currently: Reims 1, Lens 0. And later on tonight you've got Lyon taking on Montpellier at 8 p.m. Into the Eredivisie in Holland, Groningen 1, PEC Zwolle 0, Sparta Rotterdam 1, Fortuna Sittard 2, and ADO Den Haag 2, PSV Eindhoven 2 are all full-time scores. It's currently Heracles Almelo 0, Ajax 1 in the 40th minute. Seeing if there's any more. That might be your lot, if I'm completely honest. We'll do Portugal for the last one. Full-time score: CD Nacional 2, Farense 3. Later score: Victoria Guimarães 0, Rio Ave 1. And later on tonight at 8:30 p.m. GMT, you've got FC Porto taking on Boa Vista. So that keeps you up to date with all the scores happening from around the grounds in Europe on this Saturday evening. So there we go. That's our halftime report done. That is our latest scores also sealed. We do have a little halftime entertainment for everybody to look forward to. It is brought to you by my partner channel, Mixid. This video is also edited by me. It took a lot of editing, so I would appreciate anybody going to go and check out the video on Mixid's channel. The link to his channel is in the description below, and I'm also going to play it now for you guys to enjoy. So this is the Frozen Vimto Cocktail Slush.
What's going on, guys? Mixid here, back again for another cocktail, and today's cocktail, guys, is the Frozen Vimto cocktail, and I can't wait to show you this cocktail. So it's a 3-ingredient cocktail, so you've got your Vimto, your WKD Blue, and your vodka, and it's simple as that, as I will make the frozen version of it. So the first ingredient to go in, guys, is 100ml of Vimto. The ingredient is 100ml of WKD Blue. For an international order, it's just over 3 ounces. The last ingredient is 50ml of vodka. So put your lid on now. Put your head on. Let's blend right into it. So get your open glass and let's fill it up. And there we go, one frozen Vimto cocktail. How does it taste? Delicious, absolutely delicious. I could drink all this right now. It's absolutely beautiful. If you love your Vimto, you'll love it, especially with your WKD. Or if you like your cheeky Vimto, you'll like this as well. This is absolutely delicious. There it is, that is a frozen Vimto cocktail. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixed if you wish to see more cocktails like this. And I will see you guys in the next cocktail video. Cheers.
Thank you very much to Mixed for providing the halftime entertainment for today's live watch along. Like I said, if you want to go and check out his channel, all you need to do is go to his link, which you can find in the description. That would be much appreciated. His name's Aaron, not Sid. His last name's Sidlow, just like mine, hence the Mixed Sid. So his name's Aaron, not Sid. That's a common misconception. Alan, I have no idea what you mean when you say Sid falls over a lot. I care to elaborate? I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, Aaron's content, I really enjoy Aaron's content. He's out there busting a gut, closing in on 700 subscribers. He's obviously aiming to try and get to the big 1,000 subscriber mark before the end of the year. So if you are watching from my channel, go and check out his channel. Go and like and subscribe over there. That would be absolutely amazing. I do feature in quite a few videos. We've got a very special Man City video to do when all this lockdown rubbish is sorted as well, for everybody to look forward to. So yeah, go and check out his channel and I will also be promoting that video when we do get round to doing that special Manchester City video. So yeah, thank you very much to Mixed for providing the halftime entertainment. So all we're waiting on here now, second half of the game here. Manchester City, a narrow lead, leading by 1-0. We need to be pushing in the second half for that killer second goal. Tottenham, they're going to be looking to try and be more offensive, to come forward to try and score goals. 2 shots, not on target. I don't think Mourinho will be too happy with that. They want them to come forward and show no fear and try and capitalise upon Manchester City's mistakes and try and force the issue for Manchester City. I think they'll try and replicate what they did in the first half and look to try and be a little bit more clinical. There was a couple of close blocked opportunities for Manchester City. I'm confident if we can keep pressing and keep pressing and keep pressing that we can force the issue and get that second goal. First maybe 10-15 minutes is going to be very important for this second half. Tottenham will be looking to try and get back into this game ASAP. I certainly saw enough about them to see the dangers right there for Manchester City to cope with. Jose Mourinho's clearly seen something he wants to change. They've got Moussa Sissoko on the field, so they've already made a substitution. So I'm not sure if that's a tactical one or an injury-based substitute. Knowing Jose Mourinho, it'll probably be tactical. He'll have seen something that he's wanting to be a little bit more pragmatic about going into the second half. It is snowing now in Manchester, as Manchester City are out ready for the second half as well. It's going to be Manchester City that's going to get us underway, so I'm just going to see who the substitution is for. So it is Moussa Sissoko coming on for Tottenham, and that is going to be in place of number 27. Number 27, that's Lucas Moura, so that's very interesting. So I think they're looking to be a little bit more dynamic going into a midfield three there, a little bit more crunch. Ndombele, Sissoko and Højbjerg there. So that's interesting. So Man City playing a midfield to a double pivot is looking to maybe try and capitalise upon that as Jesus gets us underway here for the second half of this game. As Manchester City are attacking from right to left, Tottenham Hotspur attacking from left to right. So a big second half this for Manchester City. We're on a winning run of 15 consecutive games in all competition, which is a record. City looking to try and extend that to 16 games. If we win today, we will go 7 points clear, at least for today, at the top of the Premier League, with a game in hand to play on Wednesday. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We've still got a job to do here in the second half. Excuse me. Here is Heung-min Son now for Tottenham. Cuts in from the left and goes to the right-hand side. Here is Sanchez now. Sissoko plays it out to Ben Davies on the left-hand side for Spurs, inside the Manchester City half. Højbjerg with the ball. I agree, another goal. Thank you very much, Steve. I do appreciate that. See ya, Bongo, going to the water park to celebrate your birthday. Like I said, happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoyed your day. How old are you? And where? Where's a water park open? As City looks to try and intercept the ball from Spurs. Spurs do really well to keep hold of the ball and go backwards. Here is Eric Dyer with the ball for Tottenham. Sissoko to Højbjerg. We're doing really well on the likes at the moment, nearly at 120. Look to maybe try and pressure. Rodri might be a way to go. As Spurs come forward here. Here's Lamela. Intercepted well by Zinchenko. Zinchenko having a really good game for Manchester City so far, I think. As Laporte chooses just to go long and clear the ball. Phil Foden looks to try and win the ball. They both fall over, both Tanganga and Phil Foden. It hits Foden on the head before Tottenham could come away with the ball once more. İlkay Gundogan looks to try and take Sissoko out. Sissoko bringing Spurs forward. Rodri makes an interception just about, and Zinchenko can find a pass to Bernardo Silva. Here's Rodri now to Cancelo. If they're going to look to try and target Rodri, then Cancelo's going to be in for a very, very, very busy second half. I love that banner of the King, Colin Bell, right on the halfway line. I'm hoping when fans are allowed back into stadiums that a nice tribute can be paid to the King, Colin Bell, and also that we can have we've got a stand named after Colin Bell, to have a banner and have a permanent banner placed in for Manchester City for Colin Bell. That banner's really nice. I mean, I'm not sure how they managed to have such a big banner on display at the Etihad Stadium, but it'd be nice to certainly have a permanent banner for Colin Bell in dedication to him. Would be really nice when fans are allowed back into the stadium. I'm hoping that when fans are allowed back into the stadium, that first game, that hopefully I'll be one of them. That'd be really nice. As Eric Dyer heads the ball up. It's intercepted by Cancelo. Bernardo Silva can get his foot onto it. And Jesus can play the ball away. And City actually come away with possession here into the penalty area. Here's Raheem Sterling. Potential chance. Keeps running. Sterling. Foden now. Tottenham just defending all the gaps. So there's nothing really on for City. Sterling threads it through. Gundogan gets a shot in, and it's in! It's 2-0 to Manchester City! It's the informed man! It's İlkay Gundogan doubling Manchester City's lead. What a run from Gundogan. Runs into the channel and gets a really good shot low down, and Hugo Lloris cannot deal with it, and it's Manchester City that double their lead inside the first 5 minutes of the second half to make it Manchester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. What a great bit of play from Manchester City. All came about through Gabriel Jesus keeping the ball alive for Manchester City when it looked kind of dead. Great ball from Sterling. He has half a yard on all the defenders there. Gundogan, he gets a good shot away. It's really low down, and Hugo Lloris cannot deal with it. He's going to be very disappointed. He probably should make the save, but considering I bigged up his praises before saying I rate Hugo Lloris, he'll be disappointed with the penalty. He'll be disappointed with that. But it's Manchester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Get in. Ilkay Gundogan, as we are on 120 likes now. Let's go. Thank you very much, Nikosi. I appreciate the kind words there. The player of the month coming up trumps once more for Manchester City. Tottenham's game plan for the second half completely undone. It's in tatters. In tatters. Cape Town, South Africa. Nice, Siabongo, turning 14. So a big happy birthday to you. The brilliant. Tottenham need a response and quick. Here's Harry Kane, Heung-Min Son now. Nothing really on for him, so he's forced just to play it sideways. Here's Son once more. That's a goal kick, surely, and it is a goal kick to City. Mourinho must be feeling the pressure right now. Makes a big call. Puts Sissoko on. And City find a goal in the first 5 minutes. Great bit of play from City. Foden just sold the dummy there. Gundogan into the channel, gets a shot away. City's second shot on target. It's great, fancy, quick feet from Ilkay Gundogan. He's just in the form of his life. I think that's his 10th goal of the season now. Kudos to Ilkay Gundogan. He's been rejuvenated for City this season. He is on course, Gundogan, for City's player of the season, in my opinion. It's got to be either him or Ruben Diaz. Both of them have been exceptional. Special shout out to Phil Foden because he's having a wonderful season as well. It's got to be between Diaz and Gundogan. Gundogan at this moment in time is edging it for me. Brilliant from Manchester City. Absolutely brilliant. So we're up to 122 likes. So I think we'll aim for 150 likes by the end of the live stream. Let's see if we can get there. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated by me. Like I said, we are on that push towards 15,500. So if we could hit that, that would be really, really special to me. It's a nice big number as well. We're now 9 subscribers away from that. So if you are watching this and you haven't already, do subscribe. Let's get that 15,500 subscribers. Let's tick that live subscriber account along live on this live stream. That would be sensational. Let's also get them 150 likes as well. And let's get a Manchester City win. That would be a perfect live stream. It's not Carlsberg, it's Stella. But if Carlsberg did live streams, that would be a brilliant live stream. Absolutely brilliant. Here is John Stones for Manchester City. We're through 53 minutes here. So we've got, what, 37 minutes to go until the full-time whistle goes. And if I'm Manchester City right now, I'm thinking, let's get a third, let's kill this game. Let's guarantee we get them 3 points, get that third goal, and then let's take it from there. Start thinking about that Everton game. Right now I wouldn't, because Tottenham are a really good attacking team. They know exactly how to do that. Here's Phil Foden now, into the penalty area for Manchester City. I can see Aguero coming on for the last 10 or 15 minutes, if I'm honest. Here's John Stones now. To Raheem Sterling. On the right-hand side, so Foden on the left. Raheem Sterling. Hasn't really done much in this game, actually, Sterling, if I'm honest. It's a poor pass from Stones and out for a throw-in here to Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, he's had a bit of a quiet game, Sterling. Partnership of Sterling and Foden on the wings, though, seems to be working. That might be something of an outlet for England to potentially be looking at in the long term as well. I can't see them not wanting Jadon Sancho starting, though. So I can see Foden maybe being used in the middle more instead. But we'll see. We will see. So we're through nearly 55 minutes here. It's Manchester City that lead at the Etihad Stadium by 2-0. City looking unstoppable at this moment in time. On course for 16 wins in a row in all competitions. It's just unbelievable if you was to say this after that draw against West Brom with the form that Manchester City were in to be in a position that we're in now. It's just brilliant. That we're thinking about winning our Premier League back, and people always say like, oh, Pep, if he doesn't win the Premier League this season, he's had 5 seasons at the Premier League and he's only won 2. Is that a success? But if City can sort that out and we can go on to win the Premier League, that would be an exceptional achievement. And actually what I'll say is 4 seasons that we've had, we've won 3 Premier League, including a back-to-back, being trounced by Liverpool, running away with it last year, to us bouncing back and showing just what champions are made of. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We've still got a job to do for the rest of the season. We've still got a job to do this season. The one question I do want to put to you guys, though, is what do you regard as a successful season for Manchester City? In my opinion, a successful season is winning one of Premier League or Champions League. At the moment, we're looking really good in the Premier League. It could be a case of, do we win the Premier League and the Champions League? What a season that would be. Of course, people have been speaking about the quadruple. I think it's a bit too early to be speaking about the quadruple. I would say if City maybe progress, I mean, by the time the Champions League quarter-finals come about, we'll know if City are in the semi-final of the FA Cup. If we knock Everton out of the FA Cup and we knock Mönchengladbach out the Champions League, and we're starting to look really good in the Premier League, like we start building up a big points tally. I'm talking like what Liverpool was, north of 15 points. You then start to prioritise games like the Champions League, like the Cup games, because you can then you have some leeway in the Premier League. But that's what I'd be aiming for right now with the form that City are in. The only way they can do that is through a very long winning streak, which we're doing really well with in all competitions. Need to make sure we're extending that in the Premier League, and if we can win our next few games, then we could build up that lead. Here's Phil Foden now into the penalty area. He goes down under a push. Referee's not going to give us a second penalty, I don't think, unless it's something really obvious, as Tottenham can come away with the ball. Intercepted though, Lamela is, and Manchester City can have the ball once more. Taking a big call, bringing Sissoko on for Lucas Moura. He's definitely done that to try and have a little bit more bite in the middle, and City in the first 5 minutes have found a goal. What a great time to have scored that goal by İlkay Gundogan. I thought it was a really good finish by Gundogan. It's also really poor goalkeeping from Hugo Lloris, which I can't believe I bigged him up earlier. But yeah, I repeat what I said before. I do have a lot of respect for him. I do still think he's a good goalkeeper. You're exposed as a keeper in net. You make a mistake, everyone knows about it. As Sterling drills a ball and it's well played across. Gundogan cannot get a clean shot away. I think Gundogan would have been better just trying to control that. Rushed his play there. Rodri overstretching there means he gives the ball away, and here is Harry Kane now, potentially on the counter-attack, going up against his England teammate John Stones. Kane though still with the ball. Well found here, into space. A chance here for Tottenham, and a shot comes in and it's well saved there by Ederson. Might even have been on target. That might be Tottenham's first shot on target there. John Stones has got his hands on his hip. Not too sure why. Hopefully that's not an injury or anything. Hopefully that's just disappointed that Tottenham found a shot, I hope. As City think about coming forward on the counter-attack. I'll feel better when I see John Stones back in the picture, which currently I cannot, because City are coming away with the ball on the attack. Here's Jesus. Now to Zinchenko. Here's Bernardo Silva. Bringing the ball forward for Manchester City. Here is João Cancelo for Manchester City now. To Zinchenko. Foden. Uses the run of Gundogan into the penalty area. Squares it across. Jesus cannot get onto it. And Tottenham can bring the ball away. Here is Lamela now. Excuse me, Tottenham got 4 players once more going forward. Some one of them, Kane another. Eric Dyer now. He just chooses to go backwards, and Tottenham choose to have a bit of possession here. Excuse me. Here's Kane. Kane. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had... Can we see that? Yeah. Like, that much to drink. Not a lot. I'm calling Eric Dyer Harry Kane. I don't know why. I do not know why. Yeah, take it a game at a time. Let's keep going. I agree, go for all 4 competitions. Reduce fatigue. I'm just saying if City can get far ahead in the Premier League, they can do that then to focus on the Champions League. But to be fair, to do that, you need to get through to the quarter-final at the minimum stage. The season's very full on right up until it gets to April, and the season goes really full on if you start taking all them competitions seriously, and that's what separates quadruples and trebles and stuff from the rest. It's very difficult to do. But we've got a job to do against Borussia Mönchengladbach first. We've got a job to do in the Premier League. We've got a job to do here before we start looking too far ahead. But yeah, thank you everyone for your input there. Do appreciate it. 68 points to finish 9th. It's not a bad season. Here is Sterling now. Leaves Ben Davies for dead. Gets tackled by, I think that was Davinson Sanchez, but still. It might have been Sissoko, actually. Here is Zinchenko. Gundogan. Zinchenko. Laporte, who hasn't done too much wrong since conceding that free kick early on for Tottenham, which, how they wish that went in. Hasn't to be, and City have got that killer second goal. City just coasting it along a little bit here. So I'm wondering when we're going to get a City change at some point. When do we start thinking about Everton? How long do you leave it before we start thinking about Everton? Or do you just see how it goes? Get to the last 10 minutes, still be 2-0 ahead and then make the subs or something. I'd just keep going for that third goal. Get that third goal and make the subs and coast from there. Raheem Sterling now. Here's Rodri. Crossfield pass. Beautiful pass to find Ilkay Gundogan. It's inch perfect. Here is Zinchenko. Cancelo to Rodri. I'm from Lancashire. Here is Raheem Sterling now. Cancelo tries to dink it to Raheem Sterling. It will be intercepted though by Tottenham and Ben Davies can clear the lines. Here's John Stones for Manchester City now. Bernardo Silva. How good's Bernardo Silva been since Kevin De Bruyne has got injured, by the way, ladies and gentlemen? Definitely done more than a decent job for Manchester City in that hole. And certainly now I'm starting to think more about long-term, about players' positions and what do you associate their positions with them for them players. Here's Gabriel Jesus playing in defensive midfield right now as Raheem Sterling's gone up top and Cancelo's gone to right wing. This is odd. Typical Pep. Rodri now to Jesus, who's gone back to his more natural dropping deeper from the striker role. Bernardo Silva tries to get it out to Foden. Foden though slips over and it does go out to play for a throw into Tottenham as Manchester City. I've got a couple of players currently warming up, but it is Tottenham that choose to make another substitution, and it is Dele Alli coming on for Tottenham. And it is Tanguy Ndombele that's going to be coming off for Tottenham. So a more attacking intended substitution from Tottenham. As Ndombele gets a slap on the back from Mourinho. And it's the man that's out of favour, Dele Alli, that comes on. So what can Dele Alli do to try and rescue this situation for Tottenham right now? Sanchez now gets his feet mixed up, keeps hold of the ball, though he's under very little pressure. He's going to go long, literally smacks this ball down. It's headed clear by John Stones. Tottenham can come away with the ball though. Here is Lamela now. Kane. Can he find anybody? He's under pressure from Ilkay Gundogan. Does really well to keep hold of the ball. Zinchenko now challenging Tanganga. Phil Foden manages to get in front of the ball and get a free kick there for Manchester City and ease the pressure on us, and that's a good bit of combined defending that from two very impressive players on the left-hand side in Alexander Zinchenko and Phil Foden. I'm absolutely delighted for both of them. Both of them having very good games and having fairly decent seasons. And I've said it before, like City looking at left-backs, if we wanted to sign a left-back, then you'd think it'd be a player to leave. And all summer, and even into the winter window, I was always saying it's Zinchenko that's out of favour. It's Zinchenko's girlfriend or fiancée, I'm not sure his wife or not, might be his wife, I'm not sure, that was criticising Pep and everything. I always felt like it was him that was out of favour. But recently, over the last 4 or 5 weeks, Zinchenko's been sublime for Manchester City. It's Mendy that I'm looking at now, wondering if City are going to sign a left back. Is it Mendy that's going to be that player to leave? As Lamela picks up a yellow card after clinically taking out Joao Cancelo to stop a counter attack for Manchester City, as he picks up his 3rd yellow card of the season. The Argentine might have explained a little bit of a rivalry actually that he had with Jesus before, that little Argentina-Brazilian rivalry coming out in both of them. It was pretty funny in the penalty area from a set piece for Manchester City. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, leave a thumbs up on this video if you are enjoying this video, as Ilkay Gundogan picks up the ball. 3-0! 3-0 Manchester City! Get in! Ilkay Gundogan sealing the deal. One hoof forward from Manchester City. It isn't dealt with at the back. It's Ederson with the assist. Just a hoof forward, catching me casually off guard. He's delighted. He's grinning. Celebrates getting his assist. He wanted the penalty. He can't have his goal, but he does get an assist. And it is Ilkay Gundogan that makes it 3-0 to Manchester City. Now we can start coasting. Now we can start thinking about that match against Everton. Just hoofs it forward, Ederson does. It isn't dealt with by Sanchez. Gundogan makes 1-2 touches. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Coolly slots it past Hugo Lloris to make it Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. What a season Ilkay Gundogan is having. What a player he has been. Sanchez way too weak there. All too easy for Manchester City. Great feat from Gundogan. Sanchez just left for dead there. Nothing the keeper can do about it. Clinical from Ilkay Gundogan and a great goal for Manchester City. Tries to make a block there. Sanchez does with his head. He wasn't too far off. But there we go. It's Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. As we were saying, do leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying this live stream. We're aiming for 150 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're only 22 likes away, so let's see if we can hit 150 likes before the end of this live stream. It's been a brilliant live stream once more, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, if you want to go and check out my social media links, they're in the description below, and also on the banner below if you want to go and search for me and follow me on there. Email also in the description below too, or go and search for me if you want to. That's also in the description as well. It's also on the banner as well if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Don't forget as well to subscribe. We are aiming for 15,500 subscribers by the end of this live stream. Just refreshing now to see how many away we are from that target. We are now only 4 subscribers away. So if you haven't already and you are watching this, do subscribe. It's the Man City fan channel, JSGC, covering all things Manchester City. So yeah, any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. And lastly, don't forget also to leave your thoughts in the comments below if you're watching this after the game, or go and leave your thoughts in the chats. Now, quite worryingly, we've got Ilkay Gundogan that's down, stretching his groin area on the top of his thigh. He does look okay. Just feeling a bit of pain there. Probably pain from carrying Manchester City over the last few weeks. He looks like he's okay to continue. I can see Pep as a precaution bringing Ilkay Gundogan off as Man City have a little rest here. Hoping that Ilkay Gundogan is okay. He is walking to the touchline and he is coming off for Manchester City. So Gundogan on a brace comes off so he can't get his hat-trick. Looks very uncomfy. He's got the physios there around him. He's feeling some discomfort somewhere. So I do hope that Ilkay Gundogan is okay. Doesn't look promising, this at all. I have said it before and I'm going to say it again. The sooner we can get Kevin De Bruyne back, the better. Rodri and Ilkay Gundogan are playing a lot of games. More games than what I would like them to be starting game after game after game. But that is one bit of success for Manchester City's season so far. As a header nearly goes into the back of the net from a block from Ederson, going long onto Harry Kane's head, nearly deflects and goes back into his goal there. As Ferran Torres comes on for Ilkay Gundogan. We are on course for a win here. We're on course here for 3 points. Manchester City to go 7 points clear, at least for now, at the top of the Premier League. We've got our game in hand as well to come on Wednesday. I suspect we'll see Ruben Diaz starting in that game. City will be making changes. We've got the Champions League coming up. We've got a difficult game against Everton. We've got a difficult game against Arsenal. Both away. And then that away match against Mönchengladbach, which is now going to be played in Budapest rather than in Germany due to Germany's coronavirus restrictions. As Foden will move into the middle for Manchester City. And Ferran Torres out wide. So yeah, something for City to be potentially thinking about with regards to Ilkay Gundogan possibly being injured. So I do hope he's okay. I imagine he'll probably be given a rest actually for the game against Everton. As Jesus gets it to Raheem Sterling now. Raheem Sterling into the penalty area. Twisting, turning. Can he get something across? He can't, but he does get a corner here for Manchester City. At the moment, I'm concerned for Gundogan and his potential little strain that he's got. As Tottenham are going to make their third and final substitution, it is going to be Gareth Bale that's getting stripped, ready to come on for Tottenham. There's a corner for Manchester City here. Corner comes in. It's pinging around. Harry Kane should bring it clear. He just hits it straight back out, though, to Phil Foden. Here's Foden. Has a shot, and it's straight at the keeper. Hugo Lloris, who can make the save. Nice to see Lloris make a save. So the last roll of the dice, really, from Tottenham to try and get back into this game. They need a goal. They need it quick. Sinking without a trace. Manchester City lead by 3-0 here at the Etihad Stadium on a cold Saturday evening here at the Etihad Stadium. Hello, Ethan. Thank you for tuning in. Here is Heung-Min Son now with the ball for Tottenham. He chooses to go backwards. Here's Højbjerg with the ball. Eric Dyer now. Lamela to Højbjerg. Straight out of play. Poor bit of passing that from Tottenham with 4 subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that subscriber goal. 15,500 by the end of this live stream. That would be sensational. Would be absolutely brilliant. As it's Lamela that's going to come off for Gareth Bale. So that's their third and final substitution for Tottenham. Only 4 away, Aaron. Only 4 away now. And we're 17 likes off 150 likes, which would be absolutely brilliant once more. Another really good live stream here on the JSGC channel. We have lots of fun, lots of sporting content to cover. We have a laugh as well. Not really had too much banter yet. People haven't got things going. We've had roadmen, we've had Karens in the chat, we've had spam bots, where we've had religious things coming in. Yeah, not had anything as of right now. It's been very uncontroversial, which isn't too bad, if I'm honest. Here's Dele Alli now. And the first time I've mentioned his name since coming on. He's been on for, 10 minutes or so. Here's Harry Kane now. The scoreline's just killed Tottenham, I feel, here. There's not really much motivation. I can see City coasting this. I can see maybe Tottenham scoring a goal if City aren't keeping things tight. But for Laporte's confidence and him going at the back, I feel like we need a clean sheet. So keeping that focus level always at 100 is what's needed here. A 3-0 home win against Tottenham Hotspur is a brilliant victory. There's no other way about it. There's no other way of describing it. There's no such thing as a bad victory against a quality team like Tottenham, but to nil them and score 3 past them, a team that's very tight sitting like Jose Mourinho, it's a very difficult thing to do. So if we can hold on to this would be a really brilliant result, and is the ideal preparation for our game in hand, which we have. Take it one game at a time that we've got against Tottenham, against Everton, but very, very difficult away game that is. Sergio Aguero is warming up for Manchester City, and I suspect that at some point in the next 5 to 10 minutes we may see Aguero come on for Manchester City, and that more than likely will be just to see how fit he is and how sharp he is, and make some assessments for his injuries. He looks to get back to full fitness for Manchester City and get some goals and help us along the way. We've got a big long season still to go. We've got plenty of games to come. We're playing every 3 to 4 days right up into March. We're right in the thick of it here in February. We're in great form. We're on course for our 16th consecutive win in a row in all competitions. We're looking very good in the Premier League. We're in the final of the Carabao Cup. We've got Tottenham in the Carabao Cup final, which is going to be played in April rather than our usual date at the end of February. It's Ederson whacks a ball clear and somehow finds Jesus in the Tottenham half there. Very low clearance. He's just whacking the ball clear. Somehow finds Jesus. We're into the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. We've got a difficult away match against Everton in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. And we've also got the Champions League last 16 two-leg tie coming up as well against Borussia Mönchengladbach. So City's still all in all 4 competitions. The Q word, the quadruple, is still on for Manchester City, and things still looking pretty rosy. But if Manchester City are wanting success for the Premier League, I'd say keeping this run that we've got going for as long as possible is what will help us get to that overall achievement of trying to win back the Premier League from Liverpool. Stones and Laporte look pretty solid, if I'm honest. No other way of putting it. Ruben Diaz having a rest, not needed for Manchester City, which is really good. My only concern is Gundogan's had to go off. I'm hoping he'll more than likely be rested anyway for the game against Everton, so I'm hoping that it's just a little pull and he'll be ready. Like Rodri was as well, just a kick, it wasn't that serious. Just a little pull. Give him a rest tomorrow, get his muscles relaxed and everything, give him a nice bit of recovery tomorrow, and hopefully he'll be okay to train for the rest of the week is what I'm hoping for, and he won't be out for several weeks or whatever, because the last thing we need right now is a serious injury to Ilkay Gundogan, who is at this moment in time in the form of his life, and like I said, he's fully on course for the Manchester City Player of the Season, because he's just been that good for City. Yeah, and so I think the sooner we can get De Bruyne back, the better as well, would be great. And this form continuing without Kevin De Bruyne. Really good as City win the ball high up again. Here's Jesus now, wrestled to the ground by Eric Dyer, and it is going to be a yellow card for the England international, as we have got over 100 people now tuning in. We're only 12 likes away from 150 likes, so any help to us, that would be much appreciated. As we pass 15,500 subscribers. What a moment. Thank you everyone so much. Let's get that changed. 15,500 subscribers. 15.5k on the JSGC channel. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Thank you everyone for that. That is much appreciated. I'm feeling very blessed for that. So let's see if we can hit them 150 likes and make this a perfect live stream. A City are on course for a win. Laporte heads the ball from a free kick over for Manchester City. It does remain 3-0 here at this moment in time. What a live stream. 15.5 K subscribers. We're also on course for 150 likes. City on course for 3 points. Let's go. As Riyad Mahrez is going to be coming on for Manchester City now. Thank you very much, Dad. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Seamus. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you very much, Mixid. Thank you very much to Adam as well. You want me to down the drink at the end? I mean, I'm just going to keep taking sips. Because I'm pretty thirsty, if I'm completely honest right now. But yeah, what I do have at the end, I will neck for you. Not a problem if there is any left by them. As Tottenham look to come forward, and Cancelo can just intercept that now. Tottenham starting to just break formation. There's gaps appearing as they look to try and get a goal and get back into the game. Cancelo brings down Son. Cancelo not happy with that. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much, Dad, as well. As Cancelo's given, I think, a yellow card there. Yeah, just follow through there, Cancelo, with the studs up. It is a yellow card, it is a foul, and it is a free kick to Spurs. So we've got 8 likes to go. So kind of the only thing we've got left to wait for. Really? 15,500 subscribers. Legends. Absolute legends. Thank you everyone for that. That is much appreciated. As Riyad Mahrez is the next player to come on for Manchester City, so I'm wondering if it's going to be Aguero, the last one to come on. Excuse me. As I think it's Gabriel Jesus that comes off for Manchester City. So will that be Ferran Torres or Raheem Sterling through the middle now, is what I'm wondering. Assuming Son has got a little bit of an injury and the physios are on. Tottenham already used all 3 substitutions. Can't make another sub. If he can't continue, they'll be going down to 10 men. Keeping pace with Manchester City's wins. Let's go. Yes. It's not an easy thing to do there. Just see an advertisement there for the Tunnel Club at Manchester City. Gundogan there finding a goal, showing his highlights of his 2 goals. Keeper will be really disappointed with the first goal, and it's a great assist by Ederson for the second. He'll be disappointed not to have had that penalty, so he'll be delighted to get the assist for City. A good goal that by Ilkay Gundogan, and a good finish. Ederson delighted to find the assist. Big smile on his face. Everyone looks delighted. The atmosphere at City inside the camp must be top notch right now. I'm just hoping we can keep a clean sheet to go along with it as Gareth Bale has a shot, gets a second bite at the cherry. Gareth Bale, strong left foot. What a save from Ederson. Keeping hold of them clean sheets for Manchester City. Good shot in from Gareth Bale. A good save by Ederson. Keeping hold of the clean sheet for City. It remains Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0 here. A good save from Ederson. There's a free kick given against Phil Foden for climbing on one of the Tottenham players. Good save that by Ederson. Really good save. Good feat by Gareth Bale to see off Bernardo Silva, John Stones and Aymeric Laporte. City keeping hold of their clean sheets will do, like I said, a world of good for the confidence of Aymeric Laporte. Cross comes in from Spurs. Goes down under a challenge. We want a penalty. A shot comes in from Tottenham and it goes over and out of play for a goal kick there to Manchester City. Dele Alli not happy about something. Not too sure what. He's appealing for a push. There's just no push there from Cancelo at all. Nothing in that. 7 likes away then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make that happen. Let's top off this live stream. Let's get 150 likes. Let's go. Let's make that happen. 7 likes to go. If you haven't already, please do leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated by me. You can go and download the OneFootball app as well. This video is sponsored and brought to you by OneFootball. Link is at the top of my description if you want to go and download the best footballing app out there. As Ederson goes long into the Tottenham half. It looks like Ferran Torres is going through the middle. The Jesus coming off for Riyad Mahrez. And Mahrez onto the right-hand side, Sterling onto the left-hand side, and Ferran Torres is into the middle. There's a hoof forward there by Tottenham, nearly works. Zinchenko can clear it. Once again, Zinchenko gets his head to it. Zinchenko's had a really good game for City so far. Here's Harry Kane now. Great bit of defending there from Zinchenko. Great bit of defending. A wonderful milestone. Thank you very much, Dad. The 2 people that disliked it, like it instead. Let's go. What's not to like about the live stream? City winning 3-0. We've passed 15,500 subscribers. We've aced the like goal. We're having a really good time here on a Saturday evening. Brilliant. The only thing that could top it off would be having fans inside the stadium, which for this season I'm not hopeful, but maybe for next season perhaps that would be really good. Who knows? Who knows? We need to get out of lockdown first, and hopefully that won't be too far away. Here's Ferran Torres now. It's tackled though by Tottenham and they can come away with the ball. 7 minutes to go here until full time. Manchester City lead by 3-0. Stefan in goal and Ederson outfield. Gundogan's injured. Get Ederson into midfield. Stefan in net. There's our replacement. Couldn't imagine Pep doing that, if I'm honest. It'd be great to see, but I couldn't imagine that happening. And Man City have kept clean sheets in all of their last 5 Premier League games at home. And that's a corner to Tottenham here. On their right-hand side. Manchester City's left-hand side. 6 likes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get them 6 likes in. Let's get 5 likes to go now. Let's go. Let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. 5 likes to go. Here is Son Min-kyun with the corner for Tottenham. 4 likes to go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it happen. Corner comes in from Son. It's headed clear by Manchester City from Aymeric Laporte. He wants to keep hold of that clean sheet. Son once more on the right hand side. Can he get a ball into the box? Can he make anything happen? No is the answer, so he's forced to go to Sissoko. He goes backwards to Tanganga. He goes all the way back to Eric Dyer. 3 likes to go now, ladies and gentlemen. Who will score next, I wonder? I'm hoping it'll stay. I'm hoping City can get a 4th. That'd be brilliant, but I'm more than content with a 3-0 win at home against Tottenham, because a 3-0 win at home against Tottenham is a really good result against a really good team. Players that's got Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Hugo Lloris, Davinson Sanchez, Tanguy and Ndombele, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Gareth Bale's now on the pitch as well. Players like Eric Lamela. It's a really good team. So winning against them so comfortably is a really good result if City can keep this at 3-0. As Foden makes a really good play across to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling looks to try and play it back to Foden, but he can't. It's intercepted by Dele Alli. Here is Heung-min Son now. Another clean sheet would be absolutely brilliant, as we're 2 likes away now, ladies and gentlemen. Mohamed, not too sure what you put in there, if I'm honest. Two likes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it happen. 2 more likes. Let's get them 150 likes. Let's hit the like goal, and let's go from there. City on course for 3 points, a 3-0 win, a clean sheet. A really good day, if I'm completely honest. We've passed 15,500 subscribers as well. What a live stream it's been. The only downside has been Ilkay Gundogan has had to go off down the tunnel. Hopefully he'll be okay. It's nothing serious and he'll be ready to go again for our next game. Would be brilliant. I imagine Gundogan will be rested for that game anyway though. And so who will City go with instead? That remains to be seen. Jayzinho goals today have come from Rodri from the penalty spot, and 2 goals for the inform man Ilkay Gundogan. Here is Riyad Mahrez now for Manchester City. To John Stones, back to Riyad Mahrez once more. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, 2 likes to go. Let's see if we can make it happen. 1 like to go. Who wants to be this stream's 150th like? Let me know. Thank you very much, Mixed. I will do that in just 1 moment. The midweek Super 6. As there we go, 150 likes. So, salute, big shout out to everybody. Thank you everyone for that. That is much appreciated. 15,500 subscribers, over 150 likes. It's been a fantastic live stream. City winning 3-0, on course for 3 points. Hopefully we don't concede and we can all, move on from there. Ben, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Right, Super 6. Let's do it. Firstly, how did we do this week is the question. Aguero is not playing. Man City can still use 1 more substitute. I see no harm in Aguero being brought on for the last few minutes, if I'm honest. So, Super 6 this week. How did I do is the question. The City look to spring a counter-attack. So, this week I've got 2 points, 4 points, 6 points. Not bad as Manchester City pick up a corner, so I'm on to 6 points for Super 6. So we've got a Tuesday one. RB Leipzig taking on Liverpool. I'm going to go for 2-0 Leipzig. Barca PSG, I'm going to go for 2-1 Barcelona. Bristol City Reading, I'm going to go for 2-0 Bristol. Middlesbrough Huddersfield, I'll go for that. Wickham Derby, I'm going to go for that. And Luton Cardiff, I'm going to go for that. So there we go. Just so no one can copy me. There we go. 8 minutes, submit entry. 1,185 to 1 is my odds this week, Aaron. As City have the corner, Foden whips the ball in. It's cleared by Harry Kane once more. Been solid at defending corners, Kane has today, as Foden picks up the ball. Here's Foden into the box. Decent bit of effort here. Here's Raheem Sterling. Chance for a 4th, surely. What a save from Hugo Lloris with his feet. What a save. That should have been 4 for City, really. And Mahrez is dispossessed. And now Tottenham think about the counter-attack. Here's Gareth Bale. And Zinchenko gets back to defend for Manchester City. And City can come away with the ball once more. If Aguero's fit enough to be on that bench, I'd like to see Aguero come on for 90th minute. See what happens there. Okay, Aaron, do let me know. As Hugo Lloris puts the ball out of play there. There's a mistake there for Tottenham. City got a couple of players warming up, so surely a substitution's going to be made. Aaron's 223 to 1. Here's showing that skill from Phil Foden. Great run from Sterling. Gets a good shot away. Good save that, to be fair. Thank you very much, Lewis. City definitely in form, looking very good for winning the Premier League right now, but still a long season. Take it a game at a time. We know what it takes to win the Premier League. You can't look too far ahead. We've got Everton coming up. That's our next game. Focus on that. Here's Bernardo Silva now into a great position and gets a shot away, and it's saved by Hugo Lloris in the Tottenham goal. Could easily have been 4 or 5 really, this for Manchester City, as we are into the first minute of added on time. We've got 3 minutes added on, so Tottenham trying to look to find a goal. Can City get a 4th goal? Will it stay at 3-0? I imagine it'll probably stay at 3-0 if I'm honest. Here's Son, keeps the ball in, and Zinchenko puts the ball out of play for a corner here to Tottenham. City just looking to keep hold of their clean sheet now. It's going to be Pep Guardiola getting the better of Jose Mourinho. Things you love to see. I'll never get too far ahead of myself until the Premier League's won. Never count your chickens. Corner for Tottenham. Son taking it. Corner comes in. Edison catches and wins the ball for Manchester City. He rolls the ball out. Here's Rodri, Raheem Sterling. Here's Mahrez now on the counter-attack. Clinically taken out by Ben Davis, and that's going to be a yellow card as well for him as we go into the second minute of added on time. Only 2 more minutes to go in this game. 2 more minutes. Here is Alexander Zinchenko now to Aymeric Laporte, John Stones, Bernardo Silva, 90 seconds to go. I'm not too sure what the referee was blowing for there, but a free kick given. Jairzinho, I do hope you're alright with that. There's another free kick given against Harry Kane to Manchester City, so we've got 1 more minute to go here. 1 more minute for Manchester City to hold on. Here's Rodri now, works the ball out wide. Here's Raheem Sterling into the penalty area for Manchester City. We're on course for that clean sheet, ladies and gentlemen. Cancelo dinks the ball towards the back post. Headed clear. Here's Riyad Mahrez. It looks like Aguero won't get on for City. Here's Mahrez. Oh, great feet. Mahrez. Still going. Going to be tackled. Nearly so close there from Riyad Mahrez to trying to force the issue. John Stones should mop this up for Manchester City. So it looks like it is going to be a clean sheet for Manchester City. As Dad Super 6 is 802 to 1. So Aaron, conservative. He is. Very conservative with your 223 to 1. Here's Bernardo Silva now for Manchester City. 10 seconds to go here. Gareth Bale tries to take him out. Bernardo Silva now. Can he get a ball into the box? Force the issue one last time. Try and get that 4th for Manchester City. Referee checks his watch. Doesn't blow the whistle just yet as we're into the 3rd minute. And there is the full-time whistle. It finishes here. Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Another 3 points for Manchester City. Another clean sheet for Manchester City. It's 16 wins in a row for Manchester City. What a win this has been for City. City deadly in this game, putting their opportunities away. It was Ilkay Gundogan that went down and won the penalty for Manchester City after a challenge from Højbjerg in the back of Ilkay Gundogan's heels in the penalty area. So Rodri just about took the penalty home. Edison was very disappointed not to get to take that penalty kick. Instead, Rodri took it. Wasn't a very good penalty kick. He gets his arm to it, Hugo Lloris. It rolls over the top of his arm and into the towards the roof of the net, into the back of the net. It doesn't really matter how they go in as long as they do go in. And that ensured Manchester City led at half-time by 1-0. Tottenham brought Sissoko on for Lucas Moura into the first thing in the second half to try and change things up and give Tottenham a little bit more bite in the middle. Game plan completely undone for the second half from Spurs when City took the lead through, extended their lead, doubling their lead through Ilkay Gundogan to make it 2-0 to Manchester City after the ball was well run by Gabriel Jesus. Good exchange of passes between a combination of Jesus, Gundogan and Foden ensured that Gundogan managed to find space running into the channel, getting a quick shot shot away underneath the goalkeeper Hugo Lloris into the back of the net to extend Manchester City's lead to 2-0, and then Manchester City ended up going 3-0 up. Ederson just hoofing the ball along. Davinson Sanchez bullied off the ball by Ilkay Gundogan, tries to block it with his head, fails, slots it past the keeper. Calm and composed by Ilkay Gundogan, and an assist for Ederson as well to make up for him not having the penalty has ensured it's finished here. Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and City go marching on once more with another 3 points and another clean sheet, which will do the world of good to Aymeric Laporte. My only concern right now is Ilkay Gundogan. I hope he felt it looked like a groin strain, or maybe the top of his thigh was what he was feeling for a bit of an injury there. Hopefully he will be okay, just like the Rodri injury that we had against Swansea, and he can get back into training. We can have him back ASAP. But as it is, it's another 3 points for Manchester City. We're now 7 points clear of Leicester. If Man United beat West Brom tomorrow away from home, not a gimme by the way, they'll go 5 points behind Manchester City, and if City can win their game in hand, that's our next game. We're 7 points clear at the top with a game in hand right now. If we do win that game in hand, then we will be extending our lead at the top of the table. As it is, we've got a free hit at Goodison Park against Everton in our next game, which will be our game in hand. All eyes turn across, though, to Manchester United tomorrow and their away match against West Brom. With Liverpool losing earlier against Leicester, I mark Leicester and Manchester United as Man City's 2 serious title contenders right now, and so I'm keeping an eye on how they're doing, as Manchester City, if they carry on with the form that they're going, will surely be cruising towards the Premier League title, but never count your chickens. It's Manchester City, anything can happen, either great or not so great, but it is Manchester City, as Dan says there, the perfect performance, the perfect result. Sweet 16 for Manchester City. It's Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the I'll reply to Mixed Sid's message first. Right, that's that sorted. Right, so I'm just going to go into OneFootball. This video is sponsored and brought to you by OneFootball, by the way. So if you haven't downloaded the OneFootball app, please do so through the link at the top of my description. That would be much appreciated by me. So we do go onto the OneFootball app. Let's check out the statistics for this game. Ilkay Gundogan's been given the man of the match according to OneFootball, and he is my JSGC man of the match for this game as well. So Manchester City had 61% possession compared with Tottenham's 39% possession. Manchester City won 49% of their duels compared with 51% of duels won in with overall duels. Aerial duels won was exactly at 50-50, which is definitely interesting. So level playing field there. City had 4 corners compared with Tottenham's 2. City had 15 shots, 6 on target, 3 goals. That's a much better return. City much more clinical and much better in the second half. That is mainly thanks to Ilkay Gundogan. Hopefully, like I said, fingers crossed he is okay. Tottenham had 7 shots, 2 on target, 2 saves for Ederson to make. Tottenham made Giroud hitting the post early on through a free kick from Harry Kane. And once City went ahead, it's City kind of just dominating from there. 5 block shots for Manchester City compared with 2 for Tottenham Hotspur. Both sides had 1 shot apiece going on to the woodwork. City had 11 shots inside the box, 4 outside the box. Tottenham had 3 shots inside the box and 4 shots outside of the box. City had 21 tackles compared with Tottenham's 23. City won 48% of their tackles, Tottenham won 39%. City made 7 clearances compared with Tottenham's 16, and 11 interceptions for Tottenham compared with Man City's 8. City had 692 passes at a pass completion rate of 91%. Tottenham had 443 passes at a pass completion rate of 86%. So kudos to both sides, 2 very good passes of the football. Manchester City had 10 crosses compared with Tottenham's 8. Tottenham connected with 12.5% of their crosses. City connected with 20% of their crosses. 12 fouls conceded by City, 13 for Tottenham, 3 yellow cards for Tottenham, just 1 for Manchester City to Bernardo Silva, no red cards apiece, but the most important stat of them all, Manchester City with 3 goals and Tottenham Hotspur with none. It means another clean sheet for Manchester City. It's 16 wins on the bounce for City, 16 wins. That's incredible, and City extending their own record that they set last week with winning 15 games in a row in all competitions. Can we make it 17 is the question. Next game, Everton, Wednesday evening, 8:15 PM GMT kickoff time, and of course we will be going live for that watch along for that game as well. So there we go. That has been the live stream. I do hope that everybody did enjoy the live stream. If you did enjoy this live stream, leave a thumbs up so I do know that you enjoyed this live stream. We're now on 163 likes. Let's see if we can get to 170 likes overall. That would be absolutely brilliant. We will have stream highlights out as well. If you haven't managed to catch all of this live stream and you've been watching the game and you've only just tuned in now, I will have stream highlights out. They'll more than likely be out tomorrow for you to enjoy. Don't forget also social media links. They're in the description below and also on the sliding banner too. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, email also in the description below and on the sliding banner if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Let me know your thoughts on the chat below and also in the comments below if you're watching this after the stream too, with your thoughts with Manchester City making it sweet 16 of the best, 16 wins in a row in all competitions and doing that in emphatic fashion, beating a quality team like Tottenham Hotspur by 3-0. Pep Guardiola getting the better of Jose Mourinho. It is definitely things you love to see. Don't forget also OneFootball, that is the sponsor for this video. Go and check out their app. You can do so by clicking the link at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download page to go and download the OneFootball app. We've got a promo video which will roll one more time for this live stream. Not too sure why it's not playing, if I'm honest. Is that sorted it? This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and download their app, all you need to do, press that link at the top of my description to go to the download page to download the best footballing app out there. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Sweet 16, Manchester City, absolutely emphatic. What a live stream this has been. 3 points, 3-0. Over 150 likes, 15,500 subscribers hit live on air. It's been absolutely brilliant. Can't wait to go once again Wednesday evening. Can we extend that to 17 wins in a row? We'll of course be doing a live stream for that video for everyone to do the live watch along. We'll also be doing lots of other videos for everyone to look forward to, including stream highlights, also match previews, match reviews, and also a transfer update coming up very soon as well for lots of people to look forward to. Charlie, Gundogan, absolutely exceptional in my opinion. So yeah, that's all there is to it really. Not really anything else to add on. So I've been JSGC. I do hope that everybody did enjoy this live stream. Peace. I said I'd do it if I hit the 15,500, so there it is. Ciao for now.